Hello everybody, hello. Can anybody hear me? Let me make myself see. Alright. Hold on. It's is everything all good? For some reason I couldn't see myself in oh, never mind, there you go. Alright. Now I see myself. Happy Halloween everybody, Happy Halloween. Hold on. Let me watch my own stream real quick to see if everything is all good, okay? So let me go into my own stream. Is the voice all good? So let me go into my own stream. Is the voice all good? Okay, hold on. I need to hold on. Let me turn my music down a little bit because I think that's a bit too loud. Tell me if there's anything I should change before I start or before I get into the stream. Do I need to speak louder or just anything? Tell me if there's any problems. I will fix that before I start. So. Alright, let's see. Alright, anybody here? Welcome. So today we'll be going over all the new things that's coming to basically came to EN recently because I haven't been doing any stream lately on any question and answer. So and feel free to ask me any questions as well. I'll try my best to answer all of them. It doesn't need to be about Iron Saga only. It can be about anything game or anything, just anything in general. So and everything, if you're watching this stream later, everything I talked about will be timestamped in the comments and in the description. So if you're watching this later or if you're showing to someone later, you can tell them to go to the comments for the timestamps. So yeah, today we'll be going over Merlin, Hraesvelgr, where is it? Yeah, Hraesvelgr Merlin, as well as the new pilots, Flamewind, I think. Where is it? Yeah, go. If we go to the event shop, we'll be going over. Oh my god! Oh, there's even the Grey Season event. Oh, I didn't even know that. But yeah, where is it? Hold on. Which is the one that give? Oh, there you go. Candace. So we'll be going over that. Go. Yeah, and we're going over Flameheart, as well as Demon Blade that is coming, or yeah, where is it? Demon Blade from the Halloween event, because Demon Blade is also a very interesting unit, or yeah, very good unit. So hello, Nashton, hello, welcome, hello, Future, hello. But alright, let's see how many people are here now. 11 people. Alright, then let's start. So. Oh, actually, before we start, I think there's some news that you will want to talk about before I start. So, if you are, oh my god, there's so many things I need to do. Okay, why is my phone? There you go. Okay, hold on, yeah. So, if you are, yeah, it's been a while. Welcome. So, if we go to, again, again, if anyone want to ask any questions, feel free to ask. And let me hold on. Something on screen right now. Okay, so some news. If you're into Iron Saga, JP or NC, there's a new unit coming out now that is called. I actually put it in my hold on. I need to show the game, right? I need to show the thing. Yeah, there you go. So if you go to if you come to my community list, I don't know how to pronounce this, but new unit coming, or new Valhalla, new fire-based Valhalla unit coming soon on Iron Saga NC and JP. Assuming for the sword, because they added this new sword part and they need a unit for it. That's why it's called Leviathan. I'm not really sure how to say it. But yeah, there's more news about it on their Bilibili page, which I will post them very soon as well. Honestly, personally, it looks like Mephisto 2.0 for some reason. Like, yeah, that kind of looks like Mephisto 2.0. It looks very
amazing.
I can't wait to make a video about them as well. So yeah, looks pretty amazing. And of course, new Slowkai skin. I'm not sure when it'll be coming to EN, but it might just be the next one because skin usually comes pretty fast. So what's next? That's the new, or that should be news for oh, actually no, yeah, because so there's also new collaboration unit, or new special collaboration unit, that is the Masa Shiro, how do you say, Masa Shiro Inoue, I think. Yeah, new collab palette, or new special collab palette, and they are famous for yeah, that's Sokai Battle Pass skin. Yes, yeah, that's Sokai the Battle Pass skin. So so this is the new special collab palette. I don't know when it will come to EN, but it should be coming not too long from now, because it is a very famous Japanese actor, especially for the Kamen Rider series that the the devs really like. So what else? Yeah. Oh, and his unit is the spirit unit Magenta Justice. Yeah. Oh, I got some questions. So, still waiting for Mihiko release. Goodbye, Diamond and Silver Archer. Yeah. If Himiko is the next unit, it'll be a very it'll be a unit that you definitely want to get. So, yeah, for sure. Yeah, see that is from Kamen Rider Decade. So very famous unit. Hopefully he comes to EN soon. Hopefully. Oh, and of course, a lot of new units that came out on also on NC and JP. That is, the Kendo Dragon or Zulong. Apparently, yeah, Zulong. It's very confusing now. So yeah, and of course, new Pilot Awaken, new unit. A lot of new things. Yeah, and of course the the Great Zero collab rerun with all 4 of the units being retrophied. Very important, or not important, but very very interesting. Also the also Christia as retrophied. I don't know when it will come to EN. Hopefully it comes soon as well. And we have Zonghu, which is another Kunna unit. So oh, and of course we got Linda and Hong Xiaoyi Awaken. I think I go over that before already. So alright, so now let's get into the EN. So I think there's some EN news as well. So we go into Iron Saga's EN page. There haven't been any news on the next units yet, but the speculation is Himiko, but we don't know. But another thing is just the new unit of Hraesvelgr and Merlin coming out today that I'll be going over. So alright, so since everyone is here, let's go over Hraesvelgr and Merlin. So sorry for the wait, just to catch up for some news and everything. So I just want to awaken season in EN already. So I do have if you watched my Hraesvelgr video, I do have a speculation on why Pilot Awaken haven't come to EN yet, because you know how EN just got over the ad period, right? Like EN just ad is still very strong in arena, but it is counterable in arena. And the reason why they haven't had Pilot Awaken yet is because again, if Pilot Awaken come out and if you put Pilot Awaken on Hraesvelgr, right? It's gonna single-handedly destroy Hila. If Hila is not dead already. So this will just make ad bounce back, making the arena just another hell again, basically. So so this is my speculation on why it's not EN yet, but I don't know. Again, I don't know. Also, there's a Korean saying, "Hi, sir, hello, welcome." So about a new Mecha Chinese release, which one is the meta right now? So the meta. Okay, so I don't think any of them is like extremely meta breaking at the moment. So this NC, all the recent ones are not really meta breaking, I assume, because I haven't seen any Zulong play. I haven't seen too many I mean, I haven't been playing a lot of arenas and PvP, so I don't know. This is some Great Zeal like with Pilot Awakening the abuse, but that's about it. So I mean, there is plays on Umelu, there's also plays on Zone Fu, but aside from that, it's still Himiko, Shinken the Dragons, and what is the meta now? Of course, yeah, Ad is still added so prevalent, and not many heroes anymore. But yeah, it's just the good old, the good old meta. So, but yeah, and the new ones that, yes, surprisingly, a lot of the new ones coming on other servers haven't been like very meta breaking lately. So, alright, so now, sorry for the wait. Let's start with the most popular mech, actually one of the most popular mech in one of my guides. So if you want an in-depth guide on what's it called, on Hraesvelgr, I do have a video on it. Now have 3,000 views. But yeah, if you want a in-depth how do you say it? That in-depth beyond it, they can check that out. But for now, I'm just gonna go in here, just kind of like talk about it. And again, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. So, Hraesvelgr, the second, the second, how do you say it? The North or the Abyss mecha coming after Sleipnir. I believe that's how you say it. I believe that's how you say it. So alright, so Hraesvelgr, and similar to Sleipnir, having a stats that is HP boosting its or scaling with its strength. Hraesvelgr scales its basically that level of strength, especially his final attack and final defense increase with his speed. So this creates a lot of very fun build that you can have by just stacking speed. If you're interested in liking units that have, or if you're interested in the speed mechanics in Iron Saga, so this is the mecha for you. And of course, even if you are, or even if you don't like the speed even if you don't like the speed aspect of it, this is also a very powerful unit in both PvP and PvE. So, I don't want to go over everything again because it might take a bit too long. So I'm just gonna talk about the most important things that it had. So, most important thing, of course, chassis is one of the most important things, or one of the things that makes it very powerful. So, see, speed suppression, kinetic energy, darkness. Oh my god, why is the chassis effect so extremely confusing? So, final defense, Final defense minus for all enemies lower than its max speed in Hraesvelgr upon its entering into battle. And that also means when the battle just started. At the very start of battle, if Hraesvelgr's speed is higher than the enemies, or if it is higher than enemies on a field that have a slower speed than it, then for the whole battle, they will have a minus 14% final defense, or final defense decrease. And this is huge in PvE because again, anything to deal with final defense decrease on the boss, or final defense or final attack increase for your own units, it's pretty big for PvE. And another good thing about this is this doesn't just apply for Hraesvelgr himself. This also applies for all your teammates. So when this unit just came out, it's almost a must-have for pretty much every PvE team, because again, just a pure minus 14% final defense decrease is pretty insane in a PvE standing, especially for all of your teammates. And Hraesvelgr is the only DPS you really need, but if you have other DPS such as the Infinity Kai 2 or some other DPSs, then they will just do even more damage. If you have Hraesvelgr on the team, so it's very good to actually keep your speed up just for that minus 14% final defense increase. This also comes into effect in PvP. So you can just do overall more damage for your whole team onto the enemy. So, but the thing is, this might, depending on your speed, this might not work against the enemies Hraesvelgr, because the enemies for Hraesvelgr also have very high speed, and all of your other teammates and all of your other teams will be buffed by this effect as well. So, although it's hard for free to play, 9-star is right now stuck on 7. Honestly, 7-star is important. 7-star is enough. Again, all you need is a chassis and abilities. That's all you need. So 7-star is is the only thing that you need. So, and another very important thing that it has is the second chassis. The second chassis is also depending on the max speed. So again, if you can buff its max speed by a lot, see every every 5 km faster than, or every 5 km per hour faster than the enemies, or faster than its target, it would do additional 1% final damage. That translates to about say about, like, if you can buff 50% speed on it, then that translates to about 10% final defense or final attack increase, which is pretty insane. Anything to deal with final final damage increase is pretty insane. And this also free Hraesvelgr on not needing I did also went over that in my video, but yeah, it does. So, usually in a PvP build, you will want units such as, or you want to build them with with Machine Core for additional final damage increase. But because Hraesvelgr already has such amount of final defense increase with its chassis, you don't really need it, and you can put on what actually makes it broken. That is the burst core. So yeah, if you just buff its speed, you don't really need to worry about buffing its final attack. So and of course, if its maximum is by default higher than it, is already a plus for 14%. So basically, if you count the whole chassis only on Hraesvelgr, it's already a 28% final defense final attack increase. That is pretty insane, to say the least, especially for PvE. So not many units have just a flat out plus 28%, plus a lot more actually, plus a lot more final damage increase. Not a lot of units has that, and Hraesvelgr is just it's absolutely insane. That's all I want to say though. Wait, where is it? Hayato or Iris for speed on EN. So Hayato is the usable pilot for it. Hold on, who's Iris again? I don't remember. So hold on, 1 second. Let me search it out real quick. Iron Saga Iris. Oh, Iris. Okay. I think she is usable, but if you want to use Hayato, you will want to use. If you want to use Hayato, right? I did also went over that in my stream. So if you do want to use Hayato on Hraesvelgr, what is it? You will most likely want her to be the co-pilot. Where is it? Because she adds 50% speed by default. That's another 10% final damage, and final damage increase. So yeah, this is what we'll go for. If you're using Hayato on Hraesvelgr. So. Okay, so what's next? So the chassis. Both of the chassis is pretty important, especially in PvE plays. And you definitely need that. Or it's one of the reasons what makes Hraesvelgr very, very strong. It's just a flat out stats increase. Honestly, pretty similar to Sleipnir, except Sleipnir goes with its the HP, and Hraesvelgr goes with its speed. So, and Hraesvelgr is honestly just much stronger because again it buffs his whole team just by having a higher speed than it, and it just kind of like screwed the boss overall. So. Alright, so its weapon is honestly not that important, but you do want to know that most of his weapons increase or decrease when the ranged weapon hits. It does decrease the enemy's attack by 40% for 1 second. So it's a thing that not many people know about, but it is a very good debuff tool. So if you ever wonder why your units might not be doing a lot of damage when you're fighting against a Hraesvelgr, it might be because the Hraesvelgr is constantly debuffing your units' attack. So yeah, this is something to know about. Oh, another thing to actually worry about is its dark energy beam. So for this one, this is the one where it shoots, that kind of shoots its beam from the chest. This weapon can potentially slow you down. Yeah, again, you see how it is, the kind of slow, right? If you and this comes with the second weapon upgrade, and I personally don't recommend it because it's been laggy and it can stop you from using the absolutely broken unit that is the that is a repulsive rampage. However, if you want the repulsive rampage to use that beam, you will need to upgrade this weapon in order for the final action to use this beam in its process. So, and this is mostly about preference. If you're lucky in PvP and PvE that it will still use repulsive rampage despite you using or despite having the weapon upgrade, then you can go for the weapon if you want. So, alright. So what's next? And the other one is the Aurora of Darkness. So this one is also very interesting because this one actually gives you iframe. So can you shoot? Hold on. Why does it that one? Yeah, they also. Oh, not this one, but that one is also iframe. Yeah, okay. So this one, the beam that shoots when it turns into a plane, which is the Aurora of Darkness. This one have the full iframe. So this is a unit, and one of the good thing about this is this comes with the first weapon upgrade, I believe. So it is a very cheap option just for extra iframe, and extra survivability for Hraesvelgr. So very, very good. Okay, so now to the unique abilities or its actions. So its this basic combat is pretty basic. It does miss sometimes. It doesn't have a I don't think it does have a like a tracking. So like instant teleportation tracking. So it's not as strong in my opinion compared to some other units. Yeah, see I don't believe. Yeah, see a lot of units have teleportation tracking for this one, but this one doesn't have it. It is a move that you kind of want to avoid Hraesvelgr from using, which it doesn't use a lot by default in the first place. So, does Hard's armor reduce stack with Linda's armor break? Wait, does Linda reduce armor stacks? Armor reduce. Wait, does it reduce armor? Hold on. So I'm not really sure if Hraesvelgr will reduce enemies' armor, but I'm pretty sure it does stack. However, you don't really want to use Linda on Hraesvelgr because Linda really doesn't provide much on Hraesvelgr, which I'll get into because the thing strong about Hraesvelgr is its the X art and the thing that can abuse the X art with. So I do believe it stacks. However, you don't want to use Linda on Hraesvelgr. So, and and the other thing you have is a block, backward shoot, and sliding shoot. Block pretty Oh, actually, this block is very interesting. So this block actually pushes the enemies away. Yeah, there you go. This block actually pushes enemies away, actually giving some decent CC effects as well. So I didn't get into it in the guide, but this block actually does damage. If on successful blocks, it does damage, and if it bounces the enemy units onto the if it bounces the enemy onto the edge of the map, it will do additional damage, which is very interesting. I believe this is few of the block that actually does damage, and is very strong in PvP as well because there's a CC, and I don't think this will. I'm not sure if enemy can immune to this kind of to this block, but it is a very useful tool in PvP. It's a very zoning tool, especially if the enemy is in that's on Hraesvelgr's face. It will also just do some additional damage if it gets pushed by the wall. So very strong block, yeah, very strong block. It's actually it's very unique. Like that's right that didn't bring up that in my guide. So and of course it's evasive move, the slide shot and the backward shot. That just basically to evade. But the good thing about this is wherever it does it, it will also shoot its beams, and just like what I said before, all of its shooting weapons will reduce enemies' attack by 40% for 1 second. So whenever it triggers its dodge, it will shoot its beam to lower its enemy's attack. So it's just additional, just furthermore debuff for the enemy team. Very very useful. So because there isn't much the evasive skill that also do damage is always a good or that's always a good evasive skill. So, and plus it's very hard to miss because a lot of those that other bullets actually tracks you very well. So again, just very powerful dodges. This one is just This one is just an action for the Roar of Darkness. Again, it's iframe, so it's very good. So, oh, and yeah, repulsive impact. I believe is a counter of it. Not too bad. It is not a grab, so it's pretty good. And at the end of it, it will actually push the enemies far away as well, which is what you want for Hraesvelgr too. So yeah, very powerful counter. I believe it does have a really long cooldown though, so never mind. I only have 6 seconds. So, very good counter. Is not a forced grab, so it's also safe in PvP as well. So very useful. Solar immune to not what I think. Oh, I see. Yeah, I mean solar. Yeah, very. Oh, okay. Yeah, I see. So then if solar is immune to it, that means I'm pretty sure there's something, or if a unit have a lot of iframe, like Kaiser might be immune to it, but I'm not sure. So just know that it is a very strong push. Oh, and yeah, and this counter also does one of that, but much powerful one at the end of it too. So, the old air excitation. So this one is the one where it turns to the plane and just kind of like cut through the enemies. It is a very strong. It is a very strong action. It may not look like it, but it is. It does good damage. Like it does good damage, a lot of hits, and it works especially well against the bigger units, because the bigger units have a bigger hitbox for it to I guess hit more chance on it and just do a lot more damage than it should be. But usually it will only do like the moderate amount of damage. And yeah, it's good iframe, and you can pretty much just kill people with it. So yeah, very strong, and that's why it's old as well. It's not as flashy as, compared to this, final ult that I'll get into now. That is pretty much the reason why it is strong in PvP. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, a lot of skill is strong in PvP, but its signature move is just using this move to just one-shot anything that on its way. Because one of the biggest thing about, I'm not really sure how to start explaining this. It does melee damage by going into the enemies and hitting it a lot of times while shooting up to 30 shots of its dark energy laser. And because it's many multi-hits, it's pretty much immune to Firm Steel, which everyone uses Firm Steel now. And also, if they're not using Firm Steel, it will just immediately kill them, because it's multi-hits. Each of them, if you build it right, each of them can probably does more than 1,000 damage or 2,000 damage at most. You literally need to tank through it with iframe or something that just makes you not be able to take any damage. Because if not, this will mostly always one shot. This will mostly always one shot you without gimmicks. So if you just use a standard way on surviving something, using standardized parts and not iframes, or not anything that will just make you completely immune to damage, you will just die immediately. And even and you see how many hit it does, right? Even not counting the 30 shot of the dark lasers, each of them can proc max Firm Steel, plus just if you have the new parts that is pretty much built for PvP for the Hraesvelgr, which is a black gold part. There you go, the black gold part. So because Hraesvelgr's first 2 weapon is sword type melee. If you level up to high, I believe it goes up to 30%, right? Yeah, 1 second. So if you go, it goes up to 30%, or no, 20%. Yeah, it goes up to 20%, or probably like about the 18%, to do 200% more damage. So that means you will proc double amount of the. So basically, it calculates. So yeah, how does that part calculate Firm Steel's like it does. How do you say, the max damage does get blocked by the Firm Steel. However, the double damage applies after Firm Steel. That means it will do pretty much double the Firm Steel damage, making it do 6% of health by default. So again, if you don't have any other gimmicks on defending your units, one hit of the Rampage down will end you, because this thing can do, it's definitely more than 10 hits. So you will either be less than half health, or just be completely dead. Most likely completely dead. So. And this is not even the reason why it is so strong, because again, by default, without anything, it can already one-shot somebody. But what makes it so strong is, you know how it shoots its dark energy laser, right? So for some reason, this X ult actually have infinite dark energy laser ammo capacity when it is using his ult. So that means the short amount of the dark energy laser scale completely with burst core. So if you scale with burst core, and if you scale with Q24. So where is it? Q24. I'm gonna go into EN instead. So let's imagine. So let's go into one of the tests, right? So let's go into one of the tests, and let's imagine. Okay, so let's imagine this is Hraesvelgr, right? Okay, let's imagine this is let's imagine this is Hraesvelgr, and I'm gonna put on a unit that will be good on Hraesvelgr. So who's good on Hraesvelgr? Oh my god, this guy has nothing. Where is it? Kaide, and I'm gonna put on let me, Q24 and burst core. So one thing that is so strong with Hraesvelgr, you know what? Oh my god, this is so hard, because I don't want people to see just like Panathor, but just imagine this is Hraesvelgr, right? Imagine this is the Hraesvelgr, and by having all attack, again, the amount of shot that would do, because if infinite ammo, the amount of shot it would do scales completely with attack intervals. So the lower attack interval that can get Hraesvelgr to have, the lower it is, the more shot it will shoot. So I don't know the exact amount of shoot that what does, but if you calculate the math, right, it will probably do about 60. So yeah, it'll probably do about more than 60 shot. And imagine each of them does more. Imagine if each of them procking from seal, and that is another one-shot kill. Because if all of them hit, of course, if all of them hit, and if it does get over like 60 shot of the laser, dark energy laser, that can easily get it over to 1000 attack per hit, or procking the from seal. Easily, it can easily just one-shot anything that in PvP. That is for or if you don't have any alternative defensive measure, or if your only defensive measure is firm steel, which is what everyone use, it can pretty much one shot anyone that does that. So attack intervals, which is one I think that makes it so strong. So for Q24 is a secondary armament attack interval minus 50%. So, and this is also another reason why it is so strong in PvE as well, because it just do so much hits onto the enemies that you will just see his health go down. Like you will physically see the boss's health just get deleted as well. So because it's just so many amount of hits that also does so much damage. So, I wonder though, is X going to be more powerful if I use wood skill? I personally wouldn't recommend wood skill on it, because there are PvP that there are really strong PvP pilots exist. For example, Ian doesn't have spike yet, but Ian does have her from Cornucopia, I think. Ian does have her, which she just again flat buff 32% final defense increase, which is just again pretty insane. Honestly on any units for PvE, of course. And on wood, one of the reason why it doesn't really work with wood. Let me just see what would happen. So yeah, I don't really think wood will benefit as much, because again, wood doesn't really, and like wood's AS actually doesn't. It will increase its weapons, right? but it will not increase because you have infinite ammo in XR, so you can't really buff an infinite magazine. So this is the reason why wouldn't really work on it. But what's second skill, right? What second skill is basically Ether Shell. And Ether Shell is really good in PvP if you put it on, if you put it on, if you use it in PvE. But you don't really want to use what in PvE because it doesn't really provide anything defensively. So you will mostly want Kaide to force AS, or you will want to use honestly most top tier tanking planets. So the one I recommend is definitely Moray, because it greatly increases speed whenever it uses does action or whenever it uses action that has more than 7% second cooldown, which is most powerful units in for Hraesvelgr as well. So just additional damage and just survivability as well. So I think that's everything about Hraesvelgr. Is there anything I forgot about? Again, if you want to know more about the Hraesvelgr, I have a full video on it. It's actually my front page, right? I have a full video on it. This one. So actually, let me go in. Yeah, there you go. Actually, oh, perfect. So if I just drag my phone here, so that if you guys want to, if you guys want to know what I recommend building, this is what I would do. So, oh, and of course, actually, should I go to the build? Yeah, actually, let me go to the build so I can just tell you guys more about it. So how do I go? Awesome. So let's go into the build. Hold on. Let me log this real quick. Alright, so Hraesvelgr build. Oh, and excuse if this is in Chinese, because I don't really have the Hraesvelgr in Indian, so just bear with me here. And if I do want to know anything in in Indian, I'll go into the account. So let's start with PvE build, because you will not go wrong using Hraesvelgr in PvE. Hraesvelgr will continuously be probably one of the strongest units in PvE until probably a year later. So yeah. 为什么我这么喜欢机动战队？说真的，就是市场上hold on, yeah, I'm just answering someone who's asking why I like Iron Saga. So 我喜欢机动战队，我现在不知道吧，大概就是皮肤，比如说这个皮肤和和就是那个机体的机体的设置，还有故事还有音乐吧，大概就这样子。其实我对 PVP 和 PVE 这些东西没有特别喜欢，也不太喜欢他们的那个抽卡机制这样。But yeah, that's the reason why I like Iron Saga. Yeah. So my bad. I was using Chinese to answer because someone asked me why I like Iron Saga. So alright, so this is what I would go with for PvE build, because and by default you definitely want Burst Cord and and Q24 to abuse the oh, hold on, let me to abuse the how do you say it? To abuse the the attack interval to dart laser increase. So and it actually does much more damage compared to building it using final damage build for some reason, which is pretty insane. But for the shell you will want to use final damage increase, because just why not? It just do more damage. There isn't really a shell that you want to use for PvE for Hraesvelgr. And for support, you will want to use this part in EN should be called let's go into support. So it's A part, jet engine. There you go, jet engine, because it increased speed by 55%, which translates to about 10% final damage increase. So again, very, very powerful, and also raise the speed ceiling for the boss. I mean, I don't think any boss can be faster than Hraesvelgr already, but it's just extra that extra final damage increase. And plus, it does immune you to debuff or to slow speed effects. So it's sort of very good to ensure that you always have the maximum damage. So and for armor, you will mostly want to use Firm Steel, but if you are feeling a bit dangerous, you can also go for this for more speed. But I always recommend Firm Steel just so you don't get accidentally killed. Yeah, because you will want it to stay alive for the for final damage. I mean, I'm pretty sure the debuffs last forever, but you just want to keep it alive. Yeah. And for the coat, what did I want to? Yeah, what did I go for again? I kind of forgot. Yeah, kind of forgot myself. Where is it? Yeah, there you go. Oh, I went a lucky coat. I honestly don't know why I went for lucky coat, but I believe it's because some skill does trigger based on based on parts. So, but honestly, coat you can be a more creative on it. So, I recommend using the gold, because if you have the gold body, you're faster at the start of the battle. And you also are immune to pretty much everything because you have Gmo. So this is gold coat is what I always recommend for PvE. So, and for the co-pilot slot, you will always want what's it called, Vesli. Vesli is special because it just adds good attack and good speed for PvE. It's almost must have for for DPS in PvE. So this is the general build for PvE. And if you don't have, for example, Cornucopia, you can always go for the second strongest one, such as Leoma, if you want, because Leoma instant AS is also very good. But you do need to change the code to the Baihu code. And most DPS units should work as well. So, and you can even go for Hayato, but the thing is, Hayato doesn't have special and doesn't have attack. Because of that, you will want to just go with you'll just want to go with, what is it? What is it? Yeah, you want to go with her. She's a co-pilot from the Great Zero event. So, and if you're using a unit that doesn't have, for example, let's say Leoma, right? Oh, Leoma doesn't have attack. So, if you're using a unit that, let's see, if you're using someone who you want to use, so let's say you're using Becca's Awaken, right? Yeah, for future, let's say you're using Becca's Awaken, and you have attack, you can put on, Judith, because Judith, just give a flat out 32% final damage increase, or you can go with her as well, because she also gives a good, final attack increase. So this is what I'll go with in PvE. So, that against bosses usually. Okay, so now, and if you don't have the Q24 pet, because some players might not have it because they're not level 75 yet. They haven't unlocked level 12v12 arena. If you don't have it, then you can go with things like Panda, just for more how do you say, yeah, Panda for more for more the action reload. You can also go for just most offensive pet that you can find, or just whatever you pet, or just whatever pet that you have at the moment as well. So I believe you can use him on it, but I don't think it's as good. You can always go for let's see. You always go for, honestly, just anything. Yeah, you also go for this one as well. But once you unlock Q24, you also want to go for it. Is Heart better PvE than Infinity? Overall, I say yes, but not because it has more damage than it, right? It's because the fact that Hraesvelgr can help your whole team debuff again, because yeah, because the chassis, right? Chassis the final defense decrease for all enemies is the reason why I think it is stronger than Infinity. Infinity, I think, does provide a more steady damage, and more consistent damage overall, if not more damage, than in the long run, I think. But because it has this chassis that minus final defense for the enemies, and that goes for the whole team. This is what made me think that Hraesvelgr is much stronger than Infinity in PvE. So, alright, so that should be all of the thing about Hraesvelgr. Now let's get into Merlin. Is anyone left still even? 19 people, welcome. Thank you guys so much for staying with me. Wow, that I was speaking too fast, so a lot of people might leave. So anyway, alright, so now let's go into Merlin. So hello, welcome. Thank you guys so much for coming. Thank you, and staying as well. But yeah, so now, is Knight good for PvE DPS? No. Knight is not really good in PvE, especially you don't want to use it on Hraesvelgr. Actually, hold on. I haven't gone to PvP. Hold on, yeah, my bad. I haven't gone to PvP build yet. Hold on, yeah. Yeah, you said they just talked about Knight, so I forgot. Yeah, my bad. So for PvP, let me just get through this real quick for PvP build, right? For PvP build, this is where I go. It's pretty similar, or in terms of the pet, armor, and core. You always want to abuse the burst, the burst intervals. The only changes is you want to change either for the black ghost sword, or this other option. Black ghost sword is the best in my opinion because it anti-harsh shell. Again, it does because the double damage I believe calculates after it calculates firm steel. So that means you will do double the firm steel damage whenever it hits the whenever it procs. So this is what I will recommend. This is the best this is what I would recommend. But you can always go for more courageous options such as the ether shell, because again ether shell can have the chance to make you completely hit through harsh shell, especially with your range unit, the dark energy laser. So this so ether shell is also a very good option on it. It just depends on if you're focusing on or if you want to take your chances with melee damage or range damage. So yeah, Black Ghost is definitely pretty cool. Black Ghost is what I like to use for some reason. I honestly don't know why I like it better. Why I like it better when Ether Shell might be better overall, but I don't know. And for what's called support, you will usually want to go for I don't know. For me, I have more luck using chassis stabilizers than emergency detach. But emergency detach, I have heard, is a better option on Hraesvelgr. But again, I'm not too sure. But yeah, I personally suggest chassis stabilizer because it doesn't get interrupted, or it's harder for it to get interrupted by getting knocked down and using X-Hold. So hi, I'm new to Iron Saga. Since I don't have many decent units, does her need immunity to knock up, down, back, forth from parts? Yes, it does benefit Hearts a lot on it doing more DPS by not being knocked down or up, but by not being knocked down and up and stuff. But again, I have heard people having more success with detachment. I'm not really sure how, but it just maybe because the meta that planet is different. But yeah, I suggest chassis stabilizer to to kind of like answer your question, too immune to the knock up, down, and knock down and up and back. So yeah, that's that. And for armor, of course, firm steel. If you use any other armor other than firm steel, you will pretty much die in this meta. So firm steel is just all you need now. So and for armor, tilted armor, I think is the best for this one because it's unlike the liquidated only lasts for 20 seconds. This one lasts forever, and it's just kind of like a really good bonus for for your units. So and if you don't have it, I mean it is runnable, but if your unit is dying, even with this one, you can also try what's it called? You can also try how do you say the camo coat. So this was a very good option. I'm gonna actually keep the camo coat on because personally I have more success with camo coat. So yeah, but that's just me. And for the co-pilot skill, you just want there's no question. You just want just put in Kalas. Yeah, just put in Kalas because Kalas is it is pilot. So rewind or death struggle. Yeah, death struggle for co-pilot skill. No questions asked. And I think this is overall just the best for me. How by nature is hard to hit, so my oh, true, yeah, true. For early games, use high energy absorption shield plus chest stabilizer from steel armor. Hraesvelgr is good enough to push to PvP. Yeah. That worked too. Yeah, very nice. Yeah, very nice. Oh yeah, and of course, yeah, the energy absorption shield is also a good alternative. So yeah, very good. Yeah. So this is what I would suggest for PvP. But sometimes, for example, when Ian have character awakens and using Becca's, because Becca's already have a revive kind of thing. So for Becca's, you don't really want to use rewind. You can just put your things on on anti knockdown. For example, you can put on just being anti knockdown. Then you can put on the emergency detach. Or you can put on full immune. I mean, actually no, because Becca's have full immune already, so you don't really need full immune on it. But yeah, this is just something you can do if your pilots already give, or if your pilots already have a revive or something that will contradict with the struggle. So yeah. All right, so I think that's everything for us for Hraesvelgr. If you want to know anything more, again, I have a full video on it. I have a full video on it and explaining all of the fun facts as well. I think it might be pretty interesting. So if you're ever interested, it's called just the Hraesvelgr build guide. So it's right here. If you're interested. So that's it for Hraesvelgr. Let's go into Merlin. Actually, let me answer some questions. So, I'm a new player. I buy Vasako G. Got scammed. What's the best version of Vasako G? Vasako G is actually not. I mean, it is not as good as the units now, but it is also not as bad. So depending on what it is, so if you go into I believe 8 and 5 is the best. So if you got Vasako, actually hold on, 8 is pretty good, I think, for the PvE as a defense breaker. If you have the defense break parts, I think 7 might be a bit too hard to hit. 7 might be a bit too hard to hit, but 5 is a very good DPS option because you just because it's kind of like a Liz that you can just kind of like blast enemies, and it's also usable in PvP as well, or PvP and PvE in early games. So yeah, MK5 is also a good option, especially with wood. And I believe that's about it. You can also use MK6 if in PvE, but I think it's a bit too hard to hit personally. So yeah, MK8 for the drones, MK8 for like DPS support, and for defense break, MP5 for DPS. So this is the one that I think is the best from what I tested. But feel free to ask around because I think there's some other the gimmicks. So alright, so now let's get into Merlin. Hopefully everyone is still here. 13 people. Oh, it's fine, yeah. But Merlin is not this. Merlin is not. Yeah, all good. Yeah, I think. But Merlin is not that popular, anyways. Alright, so where's Merlin? Alright, so Merlin. And also any question on Hraesvelgr, feel free to ask me now. I want to drink some water real quick. Alright, now let's go into Merlin. Merlin is It's the newest unit for EN, and oh my god, why does the chassis so long? It's a Yu-Gi-Oh effect. What is this? Okay, there's no reason its chassis should be this long. There's no reason for that. Okay, anyway, I'm just getting into this the important part. Actually, hold on. You know what? Screw yeah. Let's get into the important part for Merlin. So Merlin, one of the stronger things that has is Team Aura, of course. Applies one prophecy. Oh my god, I don't want to read the whole thing. Just now. It's a team. You know, I'm gonna use my own word, right? I'm gonna use my own word. So Merlin's not that worth. Yeah. Personally, in this meta, I don't think it is that worth it. So anyway, I'm using my own word. So it is a team aura that it will apply one prophecy debuff on all enemies, right? And it goes up 1 per second. And if the enemies with prophecy debuff hit your allies, then it will consume like the prophecy debuff to immune the effect, or to immune to that damage. That means that means, for example, if the enemy has 3 prophecy debuff, it hits your ally, it will consume 3 of that. If it has 3, it will consume 3 of that, and it will immune to that hit onto the ally. And for Merlin is 1. And for Merlin it will only consume 1 prophecy debuff, or 1 prophecy counter. So that means like it's basically a very good it's basically a team buff of they can think of as like, where is it? Yeah, you can think of as the where is it? Yeah, they can modify memory. Modify memory metal. It's basically like this. That's it better because it's for your whole team, right? So it is a very, very powerful buff aura, because you just like, you know, imagine you know, your hits that's immune every single time, like pretty much like, or I guess how did it, for as if the battle drags on for a long time, and if there's a lot of counters on the enemies, then that means for probably like its first 10 hits, it will be immune to your to Merlin, or you know, or your allies. So that's a very good how do you say, that's a very good team aura. However, again, the keyword is 1 hit, right? If it goes against units such as Hraesvelgr, or any unit that is multi-hits, then it will just eat through its entire prophecy count, and just kind of like makes it worthless, then in a sense. So this buff, I mean, the thing is, this buff is good against some units in the meta now, such as Mazin Kaiser, because Mazin Kaiser doesn't do, you know, multi-hits that much. That means its damage that does like 10,000 per hit will be immuned, so it's very good for that. I believe it is also good against Nightmare. Nightmare doesn't do, I mean, Nightmare does do multi-hits, but not as much compared to, say, like, you know, the Hraesvelgr or some other meta units right now that say like or say like, you know, Hila. Hila does multi-hits, which is pretty good, and I think I think it may be pretty good against you, because you have some single hits units, so I think that might be good as well. I'm not really sure you'll be good on because the clone, you know, will die anyway before the counter even goes up by a lot. So yeah, so anyway, it is kind of like a debuff to counter specific, you know, low hit units for the whole team. But again, it is still a very good, you know, team aura to have. That is good for both PvP and PvE. Yeah, just I'm not even gonna go into its chassis. Holy crap! Why is it so long? Why is it an essay? There's no reason. Again, there's no reason why it should be this strong or that this long. Anyway, okay, so this is team aura. It's just like a whole team, you know, like a team buff memory metal. I can think of it like that. Which, you know, memory metal dies to multi hits, kind of like how this team aura does. So Merlin Dies just fought off fast for a minute. Yeah, true. So now for the so now second chest is also very strong, but it is also very bad in a way. So I'm not gonna read what it does from what it said. I'm just gonna say it. So basically, whenever it goes to battlefield, it will kind of like call out or kind of like designate one unit by random. And depending on the chosen units, it's a special that's special in melee or range. It will buff, its damage or its final attack by 20% or its final defense by 20%, and plus some stats buff. And as I talked about before, anything to deal with final attack and final defense is pretty insane. So it is a very good unit. If you can get it to the right unit. So if this unit can buff Hraesvelgr for the 20% attack increase, then it'll be good in PvE. However, the biggest downside is it is chosen by random to a point where, so now there's kind of like a problem where Merlin already doesn't do enough damage in PvE. So there's no point on using Merlin in the imposed bosses except for its second chassis buff. So because there's no reason, because that's the only reason, and it's also random, then that kind of just defeat the whole point of, I guess, or just like kind of like it's so inconsistent that it is just not PvE viable anymore. So yeah, it's kind of sad, honestly. Also, hold on, let me switch music because I don't want I think that music kind of cool. But yeah, so Merlin, so it's such a good, it's such a creative and cool second chassis. It's just kind of got screwed over by the the randomly chosen the aspect of it. Alright, so now so that should be about it for the chassis. Oh, and again, if you're using two Merlins, one unit cannot be buffed twice, but a Merlin can buff onto another Merlin. That was just pretty cool. So, and the buff unit will have a little magical circle under it. So if you ever wonder which unit was buffed, you can also see that. So yeah, but so that should be it for the chassis, which is kind of good, but also kind of disappointing for both chassis. So for its weapon. Its weapon is actually very strong. So if you go in it, yeah, its weapon actually a lot of them provide great CCs, like great controls. See, that beam does paralyze damage. That spinning things is incredible control than PvP. And also its little feathers actually also home into the enemies, and whenever it hits bad enemies, it will do damage plus some. There'll be some CC effect, including like dizziness and like knocked up, and knock up and knock down. So yeah, very powerful weapons in games. So but it is skippable, I believe, if you decide to skip it. So if you want to use it at the 7th start, you could skip it because some of this action will use it regardless if you have if you have it unlocked or not. So yeah, it's very good. I believe its fairy curse is also iframe, so yeah, it's just very impressive. And what else? So that should be it for the weapon. It is a very good upgrade if you decide to upgrade it, especially for PvP. So. And its unique abilities, honestly, it's a bit hard to. Honestly, it's a bit kind of sad because, or well, not really sad, but it's kind of lazy on their part. Because again, a lot of Merlin's action are copy and paste from King Arthur Kai 2. So if you have King Arthur Kai 2, you can probably see a lot of similar how do you say it? Like the similarities. So for example, it's there's no action, that little bonking. There was one. That's the same with with King Arthur, and I think some of his other action is also kind of just King Arthur as well. So I don't want to word just me like that one. It's also King Arthur. It's just added with his CC effect. So, but again, it is good CC effect, so can't really complain. But I think some of his new action, for example, that one is X-Alt. That is X-Alt, of course. It's nice, I believe it's the same with nice, it is the same with King Arthur, I believe, but it ends with its own weapons, which is very good CC. So yeah, very strong. Does mixed beam and normal type damage, so you can put Absorption on it if you want. And also Fair Dash. Fair Dash is also probably one of the strongest counter in game as well. It's also not a grass, so that's very good. It's kind of just go through enemy and plus shooting. It's that's beam weapon to do additional CC. It does have a really long cooldown, but it is kind of worth it because it does good damage and it is iframe. And I think it does teleport in like regardless of the distance, or I guess regardless of the distance between depending if you can trigger the counter or not. So yeah, maximum counter, but it does have a 30-second cooldown, which is kind of bad. And of course, one other thing is X-Alt the Great 12. Probably one of the coolest X-Alt in the game. Again, it also does mix mix beam and normal type damage, I believe. And if you look closely, all the night actually does something. It is a forced grab for like 1 second. It can grab anything in the game, including like huge bosses, and and it can go through everything. Yeah, it can pretty much go through everything unless the enemy is like invincible. Then yeah, but aside from that, it can go through pretty much everything, and just kind of like do massive amount of damage onto it. It also does a decent amount of multi hits, but it's not there's not like Hraesvelgr amount of multi hits, but it is still a very good skill to use, especially in PvP, just for more damage. So honestly, for seeing that is not that doesn't seem to do that's much damage as I expected. But however, the reason why you will want to have its actions unlocked is not because that it does damage. It's because it just adds more iframe and CC potentials for Merlin. Because one of the things that makes Merlin, I guess, tanky is also the reason why Solar Crane is tanky is because pretty much all of his actions, like his last reaction, the Wind Cut, Fairy Dash, Night System, and Great 12, all of them is iframe or just infinite or just immunity. So that means just by spamming these 4 moves, it kind of ensures its survivabilities in in PvP, which you need to do, especially with the buff. So so I guess action is also very important for Merlin. It's actually more important than weapon, I believe, even though weapon is what is unique about it. But action adds iframe, so you need that, and just extra damage. So I think that covers for its abilities. Let me see. YuYuBest. Thank you. Welcome. Yeah, thank you. Alright, so now let's go into its builds, right? So let's go into Merlin. 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 Pretty cool grass. So grab is a good counter Merlin. Or grab? A grab counter Merlin? Oh, I kinda like Merlin. I currently have Hydra on it. Ooh, nice. Yeah. Merlin, yeah. Merlin, he's just an all-rounder unit. That can, but like, as much as some skill that can be countered, just having, these iframe and stuff are very useful. So, yeah. Very nice. So grab is a really good counter to Merlin. I believe so. I believe grab can be, like grab countering, the Merlin. I think if you can grab the Merlin, then I think it will be pretty. I think can be a be a counter because Merlin couldn't really do anything after that, but Merlin can kind of still buff the teammate even in grab. So yeah. Alright, so let's go into the build. So the build, so let's go into a pilot that will work for Ian, right? So the first Ian, yeah, so just like the idol said, the build will be Hydra for Ian for now. I mean, unless you're using Hydra on unless you're using Hydra on Hela, then you can do it. But yeah, honestly, yeah, but honestly, from what I know, there's not much counters for Merlin, but its chances can be countered by multi-hits. And its second chance just counter itself by heavy render. Yeah. It's either Merlin countering itself or countered by multi-hits. That's kind of how it goes, I think. So yeah. But, you know, one good thing about Merlin is just there's not too much counters, or there's nothing that can really counter it, I guess, I suppose. So even if you're using multi-hits, right? Even if you're using multi-hits, it will only work for that units. So it'll only work for somebody. If the enemy have Hraesvelgr that does multi-hits, then only Hraesvelgr will be the one that is not affected by it. But his other teammate, if their other teammate is using Mazin Kaiser or other unit that doesn't do as much multi-hits, then it will be, you know, there will be kind of then it wouldn't be countered. So for Merlin, this is what I go for. I usually go for transition core because I wanted to spend as much action as possible for just for the, I guess, yeah, just for more, you know, diaphragms. I'm like, sometimes I was even considered using this, but I do also want some damage for Merlin, so this is why I use transition core. But I believe if you want to spam their actions, hydraulic might be, you know, might still be better. So and of course you can also use the other one that shows you, for example, you know, just for more HP and survivabilities. This will also work. And I've heard also people been using a lot of this. I'm not really sure how to say this in English, but where is it? Yeah, potential energy core. There you go. Potential energy core is also a very good option on it. It's basically probably a better transition core. So yeah, this is what I'll go for. I see you, Adios. Oh, welcome. I see. And for the weapons, I will usually go for charge blade, or yeah, I usually go for charger because you see, if you have a core that uses a lot of actions, that means the more action you use, the more you can charge up for its very strong, you know, weapons that can do more CCs in the battlefield. So this is what I'll go for. But if you're using, you know, like for example, you know, this core, or how do you say it? If you're using like the HP core, you can potentially use the lifesteal bullet as well, just for, because it does do some how do you say, the normal type damage within its actions for some lifesteal. So this is also a good option, but usually I will still go with, you know, the action plus action plus charge blade for PvP. And for the support, again, so for support, I have okay, I don't know, I have much more success using chassis stabilizer than emergency detach. I don't know why, but this is just me. So but I do know that chassis emergency detach on this case, because it is basically immune for like, you know, 1 or 2 seconds, that means it does give more time for Merlin to do his buff. So this is probably why emergency detach might be better in this situation. But I just want to say again, chassis stabilizer give me more success, but I think personally, but I think it's not as worth it, or it's not as good compared to Hraesvelgr, because Hraesvelgr is for Hraesvelgr you want to do damage, right? You want to do damage, so you don't want it to be knocking down and up and over the place. So you want to have Charge Stabilizer. But for Merlin, all you really need to do is to stay alive. As long you're alive, as long you're providing that buff, then you're fine. So this is probably the reason why that people are using more the emergency detach compared to Charge Stabilizer. So yeah, and of course Harsh Shell. If you don't use Harsh Shell, you will probably perish in this meta. And also for coding, you'll want to use a tanky coding. You can use what I would suggest using Tilted, but if you don't have Tilted, you can always do Liquidator. You can use, and depending on the situation, if you're using a full immune team, you can also go for Radioactive. If you're using that team, you can also, and depending on the meta, right? If the meta has a lot of melee, you can go for this one. If the meta has a lot of normal type, you can go for this one. But you will never go wrong if you go with Tilted. Yeah, you will never go wrong if you go for Tilted. So yeah. And for the pet, you will want to go for of course Crab. Crab is just because you want to stay alive, so you want to go for Crab. But if you don't have Crab, you can always go for GA29 just for the anti-knockdown, because you don't have Charge Stabilizer, so you might as well use anti-knockdown pet for the pet. So yeah, yeah, honestly that's just between GA29 or the Mantis or the Steel Mantis, or if you don't have both of them, you can always go for this Mantis, or you can go for just the pure just adding more the actions. But usually you'll want to go for Mantis or GA29. So I'll put on GA29 because GA29 is more, how you say it, GA29 is more accessible. So I'm gonna leave this on. And now for the co-pilot, just rewind. Again, no questions. That since you wanted it to stay alive, you'll want rewind. So this is just a general purpose build for PvP. And again, depending on the situation, you'll want to change it depending on the pilots and stuff. So the counters every mecha that can face tank damage. Oh, I see. Okay, yeah, I see. So yeah, okay. I think this is about it for Merlin. I don't think I want to do a PvE build, because PvE build you don't really want to use PvE on it. That with Merlin is just, it's not worth it. Like the random chance that it does is just not. I think it's not worth it personally. But if I were to, if I were to do it, right? And I'm gonna use Pilot Awaken. So keep in mind this is Pilot Awaken. So probably gonna use Slowkai on it. The main reason is because Slowkai, how do you say it? Slowkai doesn't do damage. Like, her purpose is to stay alive for the final damage decrease for the for your whole team, for the enemies, or on the enemy for the whole team. So this might be, this might synergize with it. So this is what I think. And yeah, just try to stay alive. Don't really think there's anything that would change here. Yeah, I couldn't even use. Yeah, it couldn't even use hammer. So yeah, I couldn't use hammer, which is just a bummer. I guess you can use. Plasma if it doesn't. Hold on. I guess you can use plasma. Probably, okay, yeah. You can probably use plasma. Yeah, you can probably use plasma. And like maybe, I don't know, maybe this or maybe this or then maybe this or this. Maybe this one's better. Firm steel, and I guess interruption for more defense break, and you can also go for for even more defense break, and also like, and maybe like, I don't know, this one for more. Honestly, yeah, I couldn't. I don't know, man. This is probably what I'll go for, maybe. For PV, yeah, for PVE build. So, and like, maybe there's even more. Yeah, just pure. Yeah, just pure defense break build. Pure defense break build is what I will go for PvE. I don't know if this actually works. This is my theory crafting, so just take that in mind. This is just a theory craft on what might, or yeah, you know, what might work. So yeah, just don't use this, I guess. Now, unless it actually works for you, then don't use this. So yeah, I think this is it for, this is it for Merlin. And also for Merlin, I also have a video on it. So like, the first one over here. As you can see, it's not as popular as, you know, my other ones. But if you are, if you're into, you know, if you want to know more about Merlin, you can watch this video. So hold on, let me, and there you go. They can always, you know, watch this video for the guy that I go in depth on, you know, what is good, what is bad, and you know, the history and stuff. This is what I would recommend. So yeah, that's alright. This then we go on to YouTube. So it's on my channel. So again, if you want to know more about it, just you know, just alright, come on, come back. There you go. Alright. So yeah. Okay, so that should be it for Merlin and Hraesvelgr. Oh, that took a while. I hope I didn't talk too fast. Like, it's been like 2 months, so I haven't been really rehearsed on this. So alright, so I guess I'm gonna go give an overall on both of these, you know, banner units. So this start from let's start from the Hraesvelgr. So Hraesvelgr is a very OP PvE and PvE unit. Very worth it if you're, yeah, it's a very worth it PvE. It's a Hraesvelgr is a very worth PvE, or okay, I don't know how to TLDR. Yeah, Hraesvelgr is a very good unit for both PvP and PvE, and it's also very fun that you can stack with, you know, speed parts and speed pilots. That is gimmick that, you know what, I don't even know if I should do a TLDR. It's just a very powerful unit, scale with speed, good in PvP and PvE, good in PvP and PvE, and it will be good in PvE for a long time. Even even after, so even after like a year or so. So there's only like how many days left? Like 4 days left, right? So if you ever, honestly, I don't know. Actually, I don't know. You might want to save for Himiko if the next one is Himiko, but Hraesvelgr, you will not regret getting her. You will not regret getting Hraesvelgr, is what I'm gonna say. But there is stronger unit coming soon. So yeah, this heard the TLDR of it, I guess. And then for Merlin, it's a bit of a shame because, you know, it came out after Hraesvelgr when it's supposed to come out before Hraesvelgr, because, you know, Merlin because Hraesvelgr ignores Merlin hard with his team chances, but Merlin is basically a great jack of all trades, because he can do pretty much everything in PvP. It can CC, it can tank, it can do some damage, and it can team buff and debuff. So a very good unit, a very good all-around unit, with his best thing being, you know, being the team buff. So you will also not, I mean, actually, I don't know. In this meta, you might regret getting it because, well, that depends. You know, you can do very good with it, just like Dairos, but just know, because, you know, units like Himiko and Hraesvelgr exist, and because they are just overall, you know, Hraesvelgr counters Merlin, and Himiko just overall harder than Merlin, even if it couldn't buff. It's just I don't know. I wouldn't call it a shame. It is just that it is just it should have came out before it should have came out before the Hraesvelgr. It will make more sense. Since it came out after Hraesvelgr, it doesn't make any sense at all to really roll for to really roll for it, I guess. Yeah, but I think you will not regret if you do get it, unless you are a PvE focused unit. If you're PvE focused, then you might regret getting this one, because yeah, that is just not that great in PvE. So, alright, is there anything else? Okay, so now let's get into the free units, or I guess the you know, the new stuff that I'm getting into. I'm not sure if we should get into pilot, because there's not really anything too, you know, too special about Merlin or Merlin. It's pretty unique though. It has really cool, you know, buff and debuff units for you know, for the Empire. It's very unique. And of course, you know, the Eternity was small is also very cool too. However, you know, it's not that much used, right? So yeah, it's not that much used. 12k plus 32. Wait, what? Really? Oof. Damn. You need 6-star for basic room. PvS 7-star, yeah. I mean, the thing is, honestly, right, for this game, you want to get the unit that you want compared to the unit that, well, that is good. For example, let's say you roll for Himiko, right? But you don't like Himiko as a unit. Like, the design, the music, you don't like it at all. The lore, it will become useless, you know, in like 2 years later, where the meta has shifted to, you know, gods and monsters. So, you know, so then you'll regret it that in the long run. If you get a unit that you like, for example, I really like, you know, the design of Merlin. So even though I spent that lot on Merlin as well, and even though I didn't even use it when it's the best, I didn't regret it because it's just so cool, you know. That just looks so, again, yeah. If you always roll for the, because you know, coolness lasts forever. Yeah, you know how it looks, that is lore lasts forever compared to its strength. So so yeah, I guess it isn't anything. I guess if you want to feel good about it, or that feel better about it, if you, so yeah, but yeah, that's really tough. I think that's pity, right? Like I think you hit pity with that, because yeah, that's like, because if you convert the tickets to gems, that is like, yeah, 18,000. Yeah, that's like 90 rolls. Oh my god, yeah. Yeah, I feel bad for you. I hope you'll get lucky then on the next unit that you'll roll. So again, yeah, for the pilots, not really much to say. Oh, but I do want to talk about the Woroti though. Woroti, it just became OP. There's just no, it just, you know, it's basically like Himiko kind of, like acid. I don't know. I don't know too much about Woroti, but even Woroti even today in NC is still rivals. Like it rivals Himiko, if not better than Himiko in PvE. In PvP is not as good, I think, but it is still useful. It does insane amount of damage, just pure stats wise, it's just pretty insane. And of course, you know, the debuff for Hila will also work really well with, you know, with Woroti. So yeah, it's just very good. Yeah, it's just very good. So for those who roll for Woroti, you know, they should be pretty happy. So yeah, I do think it deserved this buff, because Woroti is not, yeah, did not perform well at all. Yeah, I have some feeling too for Shingetsu. I love the skill and animation. Yeah, Shingetsu, I would spend everything on it and I would not regret it. So can't say Merlin 6-star upgrade takes weapon or action, because you need both at the same time to actually do. Yes, but I do have heard. I will go for actions, because I think some action does, you know, some actions does include the weapon in it. So I will go for actions. Yeah. some like what if you do upgrade weapon, that's just more of it. But if you upgrade actions, action does get in, or some weapons does get included in the action. So like yeah. So yeah, that will go for the action. Yeah, so that's Woroti. Again, I don't know too much about it. You can go ask other people why it's strong, but it is very strong. If you get it, you will not regret it as well, especially for PvE. And it should also still be good in PvE for a good while. So, what else? Okay, so now on the free-to-play stuff, free to play. So the new thing, right? The new thing added, Flameheart. Flameheart is just honestly just a new toy. Like, to put it simply, it's just a new toy for it's a new toy for Wells and for late game players, and it is also like a very good unit for early games. Cause how do you say? As much as you think it might do, actually yeah, like it actually does good damage compared to some early game. Like if you just look at his pure stats, 4 second. I mean, some of it are bubbles and it'll spread out, but at least for the beam one, yeah, like at least for that one, that is a good 15,000 damage for insanely low amount of reload time. 4 second reload for that, it's pretty consistent. It's very consistent and also does really good debuff with its chassis. I believe the chassis does I believe the chassis does debuff for decreases its attack and SP, which is pretty good. Some SP in the game is pretty that's pretty scary, and also the team aura against the fire resistant it's just it's pretty good in PvE. That's pretty good in PvE if the whole, or in PvP as in like in PvP of normal stage levels, where you're going over where you're going through where you are going through stories, right? If you're going against like a team of fire stuff, then flame will be pretty good. Or if you're going against units that or stage where they will spam AS, or they have AS that's very strong, then you can try using this one. But overall, very fun, and surprisingly, it does some DPS somehow. Mainly attributed to its low reload. Because again, let's compare this unit to some other free-to-play units. Let's say what is a good range one? Gawain. You can see like Gawain. I mean, Gawain is good because of his action, but Gawain has 9 seconds of the reload time for some of his weapon. Even Agris have like much longer. I mean, yeah, Agris. Flamewind. Actually, Flamewind actually has. Oh, I mean, this might be the reason why Flamewind is also good, because they have a low reload time. So, as the newest free-to-play unit, as the newest free-to-play unit, it is not bad. Low reload time, low reload time, good damage. So, it's actually also just kind of like that improves the opponent, just make it shoot more. So overall, Flame is pretty good. And if you want to see builds on it, so let's go on to my units. Let's go to my channel. So if you go into my videos, if you just scroll down, or you can just search it up. I have a video on it that I do a build test on it, and it's surprisingly a lot of damage. So where is it? Yeah, here it is. Flamewind build test. Flamewind at 7-star. It does like, I think it can go. Oh, it actually does. Let's go Vestley and see how much damage that it does. Also, why is it on airplane? Why is it stopping? Hold on, hold on. Hold on, why is it? What? Oh, there you go, there you go. Oh, oops. I guess it takes a while, so hold on. Kind of ignore that, because I'm not really sure if there's... Yeah, there you go. So it does like 7,000, or, you know, that against the thing. See, if you build it right, it can do some DPS with, you know, like 7,000 to 5,000, or probably around 5,000 DPS in, you know, in the, in the testing arena, and highest damage go up to 20k. I don't know what dealt that much damage, but that's impressive. So that is for free units, right? So, alright, and hopefully, hold on, why is this one? Why is it? There you go. Yeah, hold on. That kind of just lagged here. Help. Alright, so, that is, I think that's it for Flame Wind, and you can get Flame Wind in the newest, oh my god, why is that? Hold on, something is wrong. Let me... And for actually, for Flame Wind, right? Yeah, I forgot to set a build. So if you do want to build it, I don't suggest spending resources on building it or on getting parts to build it. I suggest just use whatever you have to build it. And you can see that most of this thing is main armament. So if you have anything that is just main armament, use primarily main armament parts. Then you're not going wrong. Main armament or just overall just shooting points. Then you're not going wrong. Not really sure if it's worth it to put on ice parts, but you can also put it on for more debuff potentials, which also might be good too. So, but most ice part is purple parts, so it might be a bit too expensive. So only use it if you have like the disposable if you have the disposable resources. So and now for the new rerun for for the Halloween. So if you're a new player, right? If you're a new player, you kind of like, this is pretty important. So if a new player, Beam and Blade is probably one of the best free-to-play unit in the game as well, because actually it has been this way since forever. It has everything like crazy. It has everything like that. Hold on, I want a better background. It has everything that a unit or that a melee unit should be. It does it have a counter that is a normal that attack. It does, that does have a the wheel. Okay, alright. The short version it's a bit dumb, but if you force its HP to low ratio, it does that, and when it's doing that, it also do and also just kind of like force slice onto the enemy, which is pretty good considering the AI that this game while dodging the enemy's attack. It's also, so it makes it very good, or that makes it usable in early stages of PvE, or in early stages of PvE. In PvP, it's not that it didn't do as much damage. However, you can maybe pair with Linda just as like a tank, just like a tank DPS in than PvE as well. So yeah, that is its main, I guess that is main point of it. It's just they will flash around doing it'll flash around doing doing powerful damage to the enemies, while also itself being kind of like the invincible. So and also because it does normal attribute damage, you can pair with the life steal, the life shield. I always don't know what is the English name for the parts. So yeah, you can also pair with high energy absorption for more survivability. So, alright, so what pet should I get in the Halloween event? So in Halloween event, you should get It depends. Hold on. Let me see. So, Jack-o'-lantern overall is the best, but it is mainly because it works really well with ACT. If you don't have ACT, then you don't really need Jack a skeleton. So it really depending on what what unit you have, right? If you have ACT, definitely go for Jackal skeleton. If you have Deer Stalker, you can go for the Beetle. If you have, and for McClure, honestly anything is okay. So again, the McClure that's a good one, but it's not really used in anywhere that into this meta. So gear is gear is actually not bad, especially for early game, because it does give you the passive heal. So yeah, honestly, gear is not bad. Definitely get gear, and if you're like a new player, then that would be pretty good. So, and this one is also not useful. So I guess Jack-o'-lantern if you have ACT, Beetle if you have Deer Stalker, and gear is the one that you definitely want to get. Makuto is iffy, I guess. So I think it's me or something, but after I Saga recent update, it forced close for no reason. Sorry if it's out of the topic. I haven't seen you guys too. Inside. I'm not sure, but you can ask. Go into the official Discord and ask. Lokai. The thing is, because Iron Saga crashes so many times, it's hard to say. Like how do you say? In Iron Saga, doesn't matter what side, doesn't matter what server it is on, doesn't matter what update it is, it will always crash, or it'll always constantly crash for some people. So this is kind of like how Iron Saga is. It's just extremely buggy. So the best way is just to contact anything. So yeah, if you don't have ACT, then you don't really need to go for Jugger Skeleton. But if you do, Jugger Skeleton, it's a really good unit for it. So again, back to Demon Blade. Demon Blade also have a retrofit. You don't need 200 shards of it. That means you can have a full copy plus some more. So if you go into retrofit, it's just a much better version of it. It does more of this. That does more of this. The flashy things. Demon Blade S. Yeah, it does more of this. The special thing. And just you almost need the trophy for it to do good. So yeah, and there's also a lot of fun gimmick build that you can have with it. Such as using Slowkai's AS to kind of like spam the balls. But yeah, that's about it. Oh, and of course that being also, I believe that thing sucks in blood, so it might be even good against the Hraesvelgr. So, but yeah, if you're a new player, I highly suggest getting this, because it'll be such a boost for your team as well. It might not be as strong as say the Vasago's suit, but it is a very good option to have. So as you can see, and of course again, it is all normal type damage. Almost all normal type damage to for a lifesteal for even more the survivability. So yeah. And of course it also have a counter. Yeah, you have a counter. You have 2 evasive move. It does have a defensive move, which is kind of like which might be suck, but yeah. Overall, not bad. New player definitely get it. But the same couldn't really be said about Bloody Wolf. Bloody Wolf 5. Bloody Wolf 5 can only work if you are already in late game, and if you have a lot of how do you say? The only thing going for it is a 20% chance to block melee and reflect that damage to the attacker. That's like the only way, or that's the only good thing about it. Other than that, it's Other than that, it just it's the range is way too low for it to like to do something meaningful, I guess. Yeah, and its range is just incredibly it's it's not even mailing anybody. It hasn't been mailing for like 10 seconds now. Yeah, so and it will just die to like C rank units. So yeah, the only thing that can really go for this one is if you are going against a unit that only does melee damage, and you just stack that block chance up like incredibly. Like you stack the 20% to block melee chance and to reflect damage chance by like 50%. So that means usually when the melee hits it, it will reflect back. So kind of like making it like a Pokemon, where anything attacked to it will be reflected, but it only works for melee attack. So that means if it face against like a Dankoga or something, it would just be blasted in one hit. So that's just the only thing that I can really do. So which is kind of suck. You have an ult, you have crit or they have a counter, you have a combo, you have so much actions, but it just doesn't do anything technically. Kind of a bummer, but that is what it is. There's not even like a trophy of it, so yeah, kind of suck. Velocity is so slow, so yeah. I eat crayon. What? Yeah, I don't even know. But yeah, but Bloody Wolf, I don't recommend getting it. Only get it if you have already gotten everything in it. So yeah, so after you get Demon Blade, after you get the pilots, of course, the pilot is not too bad. So after you only get it after you get the pilots, after you get a part selector, after you get the the Demon Blade, and after you get a bone invitation and candies and stuff. So yeah, low priority. And same thing with Bloody Bat. Bloody Bat is not really used anywhere really. So but I think it is better than Bloody Wolf. So if you want a unit for if you want a unit for playing arena, maybe you can go for this one. But it is again low priority, very low priority. It does a damage similar to an A rank unit, if not lower than an A rank unit. So yeah, the only thing about it is it can like lifesteal the damage that it dealt to it, but like it doesn't do that much damage in the first place. So how do you even lifesteal the damage? So yeah, kind of sad. Anyway. So what else? So okay, so I think this should cover about everything for the actually no, yeah, and Lulu it's on the skin, and you actually yeah. So for the pilot, she or he, the good thing about she or the good thing about her is that what's it called? She's a really good co-pilot for lifesteal. That's honestly about it. Haven't really seen much other uses outside of that for her, but yeah, that's about it, I think. Again, for Night Watch is a very interesting skill, but it doesn't have to be in a nearby ally, and I don't know. Not many people has been using it. Call of Hades is also a very interesting unit, but there's a high chance that it will screw over your units more than the enemy units. So yeah, I have heard horror stories. I don't know how, but I have heard horror stories where someone using this in Brawl Arena, and this skill lost in the game. So I don't know how that happened, but it kind of happened. So yeah, so I don't know. But again, it is a good pilot to have, especially if you're a new player. So definitely get his first. If you're a new player, definitely get his pilot first. And if you're ever interested in Nightmare, you'll also want to get the trophy material for Nightmare. It's also good. Yeah, it's also good. So Bomb Rotation is also a very good one to get for the for the pirate recruitment, but pirate recruitment is usually the scam, so you just kind of don't want to get it. But if you haven't done your, beginner 10 role, then you can get this one for your beginner 10 role to get the pilot itself. I grind all the rewards, except the bloody thing. Yeah, the bloody wolf is it's for collection purposes, right? It's for collection. 172. Yeah. So I guess for this event you will want the priority is Demon Blade, the Demon Blade first, the pilot if you don't have it yet, part selector, and maybe pets, the Jack of Skeleton if you have at. If not, then you don't really need to care about that. You don't really need to care about the pets as much. But I do suggest getting, Jack o' Lantern because it is a starter badge. McClue is also a starter badge, so I do recommend getting it. Beetle is also a great one if you have, I think so. So they're just pets, yeah. Demon Blade, the pilot, part selector, pets, ball augmentation, the retrophy material. Actually, if you want that nightmare that trophy, this should be your first. Yeah, this should be your first if you want nightmare their trophy. And then after that is just mostly cosmetic items. So after that, cosmetic item, you can just put it wherever you want, depending on how much you like the cosmetic items. For the skin and for the next skin, depending on how much you want, then you can just do it accordingly. So yeah, and then at the very end, then you get Bloody Wolf and Bloody Bat for the collection. So yeah, for collection purposes, this is what I recommend for the Halloween event. Okay, so now for the Great Sea Sand or the Great Sand Sea event. Honestly, Shamash. Yeah, first of all, get Shamash, get Farnier. Get Shamash. Get the Actually, I don't know. Depending on how hard it is, or if you're a new player, you might want to get the Farnier first. If you're not a new player, then you'll want to get Shamash and the Shamash information first, and then Farnier. After that, you want at least one of the Ember. Yeah, you want at least one of the Ember for the Retrovent, I believe. Yeah, everyone one of the Retrovent needs it or not. I don't know. Yeah. Grab one of those, and then you can go for a plane if you want. Actually no. There's a part selector. So after you get a Mecha, after you get a Farnier, Shamash information, and maybe the Retrophet, get the they get a coat, and if you're a collector, they can go for actually no, because I think you could use this in Play Arena. So so I guess if you want to use this one, you also get this for the Play Arena. The A rank is just a collection. Maybe you can use it in A rank arena. But aside from that, bam, that's the order that will go for Mecha. The Mecha to the part selector, Retrophet, the plane, and cosmetic, and all that stuff. So that's what I recommend. This game is still alive, or is it pretty dead? I think it's the same. Like, I'm pretty sure if you quit this game, right? If you have quit this game that while ago, it's probably the same. Like, it has probably been the same ever since. It's not dying, but it's not like living, right? It's not getting popular, but it is also not dying. So this is how if you want to answer, yeah, that's kind of how it goes. So it's not dying, but it's not getting popular. I mean, we just had Shingetsu the event. We just had that collab. So that's kind of how it goes. So I want to ask: is there an event or story you believe about your rewards you video? I was hoping to get one or more for the retro. I don't think so. The thing is, there might be an event that gives it, but I don't think so. I don't remember. But you can look out for it. But just know that breeding is not too difficult to get. Because it comes a lot in in what's called in the post bosses. So it's not too hard to get. So. And what else? When I believe, yeah, I couldn't remember, but they can ask the people in the Discord to see if there was one. I don't recall there being one. But also, if there will be one, I'm pretty sure they will rerun it sometimes when, say, rerun happens. I don't know. Maybe, yeah. So, alright, what else? I think that's everything. Haven't talked about anything that I haven't talked about yet. I guess the boss, honestly, look, if you're a new player, or even old player, you don't, the only thing that I can recommend you is to just use a top player's team to do it, because these are some crazy, these are crazy boss battles, so you don't want, it's really hard to deal with, so, you'll want to, that you mostly just want to just use, I don't even want to, like, suggest, because what I suggest would definitely not be as strong as, what a top helpers does, so yeah, this is what I would suggest. Any other questions or any other things that you want to ask? Is there anything new that I haven't touched upon yet? God damn it. Yeah, exactly, yeah. Just use Lactation. I think TY Darius is also one of them. Lactation and I think someone else. And even if they're not on it, just using the PvP team for the high levels will probably do you more good than than anything. So yeah, anything else? Let me see. Summer Yard. I think I covered all of these on the last one, so don't think I need to do that. Yeah, anything I haven't talked about yet? Yeah, for this event, you definitely want to do them. Pet Spheres is also very good. I also do talk. Yeah, I believe I talked about the new parts. Is there any new pets and new stuff I need to talk about? I guess this core, active core. Oh, it's called active core in the end. So, let me change the music real quick. Alright, there you go. Alright, so active core. So active core, maximum encourages by 6. I think it goes like much higher when you when you use something when you max level it. So yeah, plus 30% and heals 10% when HP drop below 30%. So this is actually a very good unit, especially for honestly, it's just overall good core. If your team is using anything, yeah, the team is using any skill or that adds healing factors, not the heal per second one, but like just a pure healing that just a pure healing the pure healing moves, I guess, than skills. So I believe people does use it on Healer or Hell. So yeah, so if you're if you got it, like I don't suggest you get a I don't suggest you getting a Moonbash just for it, but it is that is a useful option for some for most glass cannon and tank units, honestly. So unless a unit needs specific core or something like that, like the Hraesvelgr, then you can use it. Like for example, for Merlin, you can probably use it on it. For Himiko, you can probably use it on it. So, but just know your team. it'll benefit a lot more if your team uses, you know, healing skills and stuff. But you know, with I being, you know, with Ren being, you know, like the overplays in arena right now, I'm not sure if this core will be as useful. And what else? Oh yeah, so large armor. So large armor, I think this by far adds the most HP now compared to any other armor in the game. So it is very good to put on, you know, Muzzy Kaiser. You get it to, you know, 20, you know, you get it to 50,000 HP. Then your defense increased by like, I couldn't math, but at least like 20% or so, right? So very powerful. Very good armor, but just know that you will need to put Firm Seal somewhere. Like just put it somewhere so you don't get one shot. Because again, 50k HP means you can take like 5 hits for a Muzzing Kaiser or for another the Muzzing Kaiser. Because again, one Muzzing Kaiser punch does like 10k damage. So again, you always want hard shell or Firm Steel on your body. On your body. So if you're using large armor, you will want to use Firm Steel either on the pet slot, you know, using the yeah, you either want to use the pet, yeah, you want to use, where is it, yeah, you want to use GM01, or you want a co-pilot skill that adds hard shell, or else you will pop, even with, you know, very high HP. And for the electromagnetic blade, this is just what adds DPS on Gen Qinglong. So yeah, again, the lightning chain does really good damage, especially if there's a lot of enemies. Just chain action and just CC, you can potentially just CC or just control and paralyze all of them in one hit, while also doing dodge damage. Especially, I think you can even use it against At, because it just kills that would come very fast with Gen Qinglong. So yeah. It's also kind of funny how all the new parts are made for certain units. Like for example, you know, large armor for Muzzing Kaiser, electro chain for Gen Qinglong, and black gold for Hraesvelgr, and also I mean, I guess adaptive core for Hila, I guess. I don't know. What else? Yeah, I think that's about it. I don't think there's anything I need to talk about. Is there any new pilots I need to talk about? Not really. Yeah, Hraesvelgr Merlin. Yeah, it's not. You know, there's nothing too special. So, what is the battle pass? Oh, the battle pass skin. So that means the next one should be about. Yeah, the next one should be about. Might be, yeah. The next, actually, I don't know. The next one might be the Serenity one, but yeah, not sure. And what else? Anything? Oh, of course, you know, the Lex Arthena new skin, the Pebble skin, pretty amazing. Love to see they put into more than to Sprite. Yeah, the Black Widow is also very good. Hraesvelgr also have a great skin, but it does cost money, which is kind of suck. What else? So Korean. Oh, I actually just did a video on like Solar Korean, and Solar Korean, honestly, surprisingly, Solar Korean is still good in today's meta. Surprisingly, I didn't even know. Yeah, Korea, yeah. Save it for the next event will also be a good option. Yeah. Yeah, Boss Conquest, nothing new here. Danny Arcane, nothing really new here. Yeah, I think I covered everything. Anything else? Anything you guys want to know, or any other questions that you guys have? If not, I might just end this early. I guess let's go into NC, right? So NC, the new Zulong, honestly, so it looks intimidating, and you know, online, and they're also being used of it, but how do you say? It is kind of lazy, because a lot of his, like, you know, a lot of his moves are copy and paste from different units. So I mean, it looks amazing, but I heard is not that from what I heard is just that it's not as strong as like compared to the meta now, like Shinra Dragon and stuff like that. So yeah. And I can usually make quick work of it if I see it in PvE than PvP. So I mean, if you're interested though, it's very that is very interesting. It does have a really cool chassis that just kind of immune to damage, but I don't know. But it also based on skills. So a lot of players spread over. Seeing Ian pretty active. It's not a minimum player by one cousin. Yeah, honestly, this game just never dies for some reason. Like that, this game like there's always like whenever you feel like that scene is dying, and then they just bring out like a new collab and just bring everyone back. So it's pretty crazy. Oh, and of course the new Justice Magenta is like, I think people have said it's like Farnier, but like better Farnier. They have pretty cool actions though, but I haven't really seen it much in PvP. Maybe because I haven't seen it, there's much time on it yet. But yeah, it does insane damage though, much more than Zulong, I think. So pretty fast as well. Himiko Counter too. Oh my god. Chassis, yeah, that increase. Yeah, just seems like a seems like a jack of all trades that can do everything. Like it's actually that's actually a rare mid. That's actually a rare like a mid. How do you say it? Like a mid, like a middle. How do you say it? Yeah, like a mid range instead of like a melee and or range. So very interesting. Oh, but that also means that couldn't be used in melee arena or range arena. That kind of sucked. Then what the heck? Or not suck, but that's kind of sad. So that couldn't be used in But yeah, maybe when it came out on EN, I will do like a in-depth review on both this and Zulong. But yeah, overall, I mean, I will not roll for it. Just doesn't seem like it's too worth it in PvP at the moment. So it is a really strong counter though. That his counter is like one of his XO. Yeah. So and this is Zonghu, right? Zonghu. I want to know why everyone, including my Iron Saga friends, saving for Himiko. Is it broken? Yeah, it's like it's basically at 2.0. But like it's not as annoying as at because it's just strong by default. Like it can do everything, right? But hold on, I'll get into it in a bit. I'm gonna talk about hold on. I'm gonna finish talking about Zonghu as well. So that's it. Why won't die? Yeah, it's true. So Zonghu, I don't really know much about Zonghu, but from what I know, it's like a offensive. Yeah, it's like an offensive wall except it debuffs the enemy that instead of like the reviving the enemy, and also it like and I guess it does very strong AoE as well, and very strong debuff on enemies too. So I've seen a lot of people been using it in both PvP and PvE. I don't know if it's even good in PvE, but I've seen people use it. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know if they're using it in the right team even. But yeah, this is probably one of the unit where you will not regret if you get it. But personally, I don't know. Personally, I don't really see nothing about this unit. Really, how do you say it? Nothing about this unit really makes me want to get it. I guess. I mean, it is pretty OP though. Like that looks absolutely scary. So I can see it being that move, that AoE, being extremely OP in like the story PvE where you want to clear mobs. So, but yeah. Beta Legend, Beta Legend is just I'll do a video on it soon. So yeah. Before you go, is new Merlin good for hard hit skills? Maybe good for its AI. I don't think so, because it's much better for actually for both Merlin and for both for the Hraesvelgr and for Merlin, you want to keep it alive for as long as possible in PvP, because keeping it alive will make it do more damage for its X ult, and its main role is not to really debuff the enemies, I guess. I mean, it does debuff enemy, but it's not its main role. That its main role is use X ult to one-shot enemies. So, and I think maybe good for its AI. Let me see. AI. Transient additional damage. G size. Disable. I'm not too sure if it will. I think it'll be more onto I think it'll just add on to its debuff, the potentials, against against the enemy team. So I don't think it will really I don't think it will increase its AI, or its X alt that usage that is much. So yeah, but I mean that you can try it, and if it works, then then it'll be pretty crazy. Yeah. Hold on, let me drink some water. Oh god, my throat. That should be about Merlin, but I don't think it'll be good on the Hraesvelgr, but that doesn't stop you from trying. So, and that is all this game that is about. So, just try out new stuff. Real Legend, I'll do a video on it soon. So yeah, that is gonna stay tuned. Anything else? Yeah, any new things? Oh, and of course, new pilots. From what I know, this new pilot is pretty good in PvE because of its force skill, where it reduces the enemy's the action speed, or that lowers enemies cooldown. So this is what it's very good for. And it's also very interesting because you can copy enemies moves and stuff. So yeah, very interesting. Sadly, there's no new skin for Halloween. Kind of bummer. The Halloween skin is always that's always the best. Oh, but there is a new new battle pass skin though for this one, which I just got. And if we go to Bilibili, right? And we go to Iron Saga. There's also the new skin coming soon. And of course, and for those that who just hear, new Mecha, new Mecha. Honestly, yeah. If you guys want any news, just if you guys want any news, I'll be posting them on on my community page. So just go there for for the just new Valhalla units, and stuff like that. So I'm probably not gonna go over all of the new Pilot Awaken today because I'm just way too tired. So yeah, but there's a lot of new Pilot Awaken that I will get into soon. Maybe on my next live stream. But yeah, anything new? I don't think I even go over UMR. I'll go over them when I come to Ian. Yeah, I'll go over them when I come to Ian, including the Mazinkai or the Great Seal Retrofit. Just know they're pretty good now, especially in PvE. So what else? New pet. nothing too important. Yeah, I think that's about it. New skill. Who is she though? She is so cute. Like, hopefully she become a useful pilot soon. Oh, and also the once this event comes to end, there's like a new new event. Oh, I feel so good just seeing all this gold. So new event in a thing. Limited arena. Oh, also okay. So wait, yeah, where is it? Yeah, we had a thing. So hold on. Let me just go over everything before I get into that. So what else? Yeah, let me just make sure I've got everything under control and everything and stuff. Okay, so and then yeah, and there's like 20 new events at the moment. There's a Halloween event, which we were saying. There's an event for Zulong and the new Lonely Pilot. And there's also the boss battles for the things. You can only do it 3 times a day. And I think I'm not sure if you can use your team or I'm not sure if you can use other team, but yeah, that's that. And there's also this one. With the Lodi from the north. So for her or for this stage, every day you have 10 tries. You can do different things. And for every stage you get they get the roulette coins, and you also get different resources depending on what you want to do. Some give you hearts, some give you the Wicked Pilot coins, some give you parts blocks, gold, primal, and stuff like that. So and everybody everybody will just play the and everybody will just play the one for Wicked Pilot, and you can actually buy tries with that. So yeah, so it's very good. So these are the new events, and then I'm gonna get into what you guys just saw, where you guys use the the points to read things. So fight. Oh, and I also need to get it on why Himiko is so good. So actually, yeah. Then we talk about this first. So this is a huge drama. Like, this was a huge drama in Iron Saga. This is a huge drama. Like, about like a week ago, where basically these two new parts, like the sword and this pet, are way too powerful. And this sword is actually the sword for him. Yeah, for him. But yeah, this sword part and this fish are way too powerful. This sword part can damage you even when you're in emergency detach. So it kills you even when you're in iframe or in untargetable. So it got to a point where the arena is just these two parts just blasting at that it's just these two parts just kind of like blasting at each other just non-stop. It's kind of like, imagine or how to say, it's worse than at meta. There you go. It's worse than the at meta. It's worse than the at meta. It's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, way too powerful. And this one does. And this one, okay. And this double fish, right? This double fish, what does this? It transfer your the final damage you dealt into dual fish the energy. And when for some to say, so I assume, say if you deal like 2,000 damage, right? And that damage will be stored in this pet. And when you dealt when you got dealt damage to it, that's like, or when you got dealt final damage to yourself lower than like lower than 2,000, then you're immune to it. So it's kind of like immunity. Yeah, you just don't take damage, I guess. Yeah, you just I guess everyone just start taking damage with dual fish. So it's not intended this way. So that's why they added this for those who who exchanged it, and the drama is that they let this happen. They let people buy this with real money, right? They let people buy this with real money. Yeah, they let people buy this with real money. To play in PvP. Because no doubt, some whale bought 4 of this, right? No doubt. That's why you can exchange it for 10 times. So, and no doubt that whale bought, bought 4 of this, making this just, yeah. And there's just people, and there's just video on it just saying that, oh, so literally, they let people buy this thing first, and after the weekend, they say, oh, so this brought us back. After they could get all the money, then they wrote it back to how it was intended to be, they just smashed drama. I might make a video on it because it was pretty big, like because Starlight is not cheap, Starlight bat is not cheap at all. So, however, even though it is rollbacked, it is not like that is not like unusable because they're already really good. They're just not used in an intended way that's supposed to be used, especially when it is burning people in iframes. So yeah, it's pretty funny though. That's honestly pretty funny. Like it just wrecked the whole pay to win arena. Like it's so toxic that just so toxic. But things like Dwarfish, and especially with Dwarfish, right? Dwarfish is still pretty good. That's a tanking tool. It can actually, for example, Hila is one of the best. Hila is one of the best unit for PvE, right? But the thing is, the problem with Hila is it will die a lot. But if you put his pet on, then Hila will die a lot less because it just tanks so much. So yeah. Pretty good pets, I'll get into them when they come on Ian. But just know, these create some drama. So I've been making a melee focus Hila with Sirius, and I use him on Hers as well. But Kaida is also good because he has good luck. Yeah. This is the reason why Kaida is also good on the thing. So how do you help me build with Zulong? Hold on, Zulong, right? You mean what? This one? Okay, so personally, I don't know the or wait, hold on, Zulong or Zulong? Zulong, right? I didn't have point of endless EDSs. So I don't have this unit yet, but from what I've seen, right? From what I've seen, you put on so 1 second. Yeah, freaking yeah. Guess for PvE. So so for Zulong, from what I've seen, right? From what I've seen, people just use where is it? People use where is she? Where is she? You know what? Oh my god, internet, no! There you go. Wait, what? There's no... hold on. What? So, do people use the fire girl? Where is she? 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 What? Why couldn't I find her? Okay, so anyway, you know the new Fire Awakened girl, right? Use her, and also, use her Awaken. The girl with the orange hair. And also use the fire. Yeah, what is it? And also use the fire part. And other than that, I believe everything is pretty much the same. You just go, try the stabilizers. So for example, let's go into a PvP build. No, not this one. I believe that should be like this. So for example, like they just replace this with the fire sword, and you should be fine, I believe. And for PvP, just use the orange hair girl, the new awakened orange hair girl, and for the co-pilots you can use, I believe, most skill that most defensive skill will work on it as well, like rewind and stuff. But again, personally, I don't know. I don't have Zulong, and I never built it before. But so I guess consult someone in JP who had built it before. But if I were to get Zulong, right? If I were to get Zulong, this is what I'll just go like this, but replace this with a fire sword. That's what I would do. So and I'll probably have rewind on. The pilot I choose have defense. If not, then I will just go with this one, or I will just go with anti knockdowns, or the anti knockdowns or anti CCs. So, yeah, that's what I'll go for. Okay, so now after drama things and after everything, let's talk about why Himiko and why everyone is saving for Himiko, right? Why everyone is saving for Himiko. Okay, so Himiko, it's just so yeah, where's Himiko? Himiko. So Himiko, when you read like what Himiko does, like you just think that it shouldn't exist. So 20% chance on blocking every attack from every angle. Basically, imagine having Steel Mantis plus imagine having your Steel Mantis plus Tilted Armor as your first chassis, and it can be stacked. So it can be stacked with Steel Mantle and Tilted Armor as well. So like, imagine that as your first line in your chassis, and there's more. Every 3 seconds, remove self stats effect, and the melee attack on the next second will deal 180% more damage. That means you don't need full immune on this one, because it just clears own immunity. It got paralyzed after 3 seconds. That just clings herself. Got burned 3 seconds, cling herself. You can't really CC this unit. You can't really just make you can't really stop it from moving. Like it just everything just constantly cleans. So it just, how do you say, it's a full immune. Yeah, it's literally a full immune. That's not a constantly full immune, but it is basically a full immune at this point. That means you don't need to add full immune on it. And like, just why does this exist, right? Why does this exist? Why does the unit needs both Tilted Armor and Steel Mantle plus a full immune at the same time? And the full immune also buff the damage of also buff the damage by 180%. This is just not allowed. So yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. So that's the first chassis, right? yeah, that's the first chassis. That's the first one. We said the second one, right? Second one. When HP lower than 50%, activate whatever the fate it is. Regenerate all of the health. Regenerate all health. Regenerate basically revive. Basically attack him and revive. Basically attack him and revive, and it's not a transformation. It's just kind of like get back to full health. Basically you have 150% health, basically. Oh yeah, no. Yeah, kind of HP lower than the 50%. Immediately regenerate back to full health and damage all enemies on the field. And if you couldn't dodge it, you couldn't, like, doesn't matter how fast you fly, because it happens on you. Like you just explode. Like the enemy, all of them just simultaneously combust, and it also increase her own skill. Oh yeah, and also increase her own attack defense. Oh okay, attack defense. The HP. Yeah. Okay. Oh my god. Attack defense. Its HP. Its action cooldown. Its action exchange and weapon exchange speed. All by 15%. So basically a Shingetsu chassis right here. Shingetsu Retriever chassis. All in one. All in one. Yeah, that's the first. Yeah. Revive. Okay, so let's see what it has. It has total armor, steel mantle, full immune plus full immune plus extra damage with basically full immune with no downside. A revive basically, like a whole field damage plus everything on her body, anything on her body a buff. So by 15%, and 15% is a lot. 15% is transition core. It's literally a transition core. It's better than transition core at this point. So this is the reason. So again, every time you read this chassis, you just like, why is this allowed to exist? Why does this allowed to exist? Why does this thing? This is the reason why no other unit that have came out even compared to Himiko. You can't how do you beat this? How do you beat this? How do you exactly beat this? There's no chassis right now. I don't think that's better than Himiko's. That has such a flat that has such a flat bonus that Himiko gives. So yeah, and 15% attack, defense, HP. See, these are all one parts. Like adding 15% attack and defense, HP, core, and all of these are just one part. So that's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's like 6 parts added together. So yeah, it's just no. Yeah, it shouldn't exist, man. Anyway. Okay, so now on to its weapons. See, its weapons, it had a lot of weapons and a lot of actions. You know why? Because it can be stacked with Majin Core. Because it can be stacked with they wanted to stack her with Majin Core for PvE, for the final damage. And even though it already does insane amount of damage, it's just like, you know what? They just give it more weapons for it to be stacked with the Majin Core, so it can do even more damage, right? Because it doesn't really need to lower its action speed, because it already lowered the action speed by itself by 15%. Even when all of its action speed are low enough, its strongest move is 18 seconds, which is incredibly low for such a powerful move. It's a force grab as well, force knockdown, force grab. Okay, no, because see, how do you say? It's not even that I'm frustrated about it. Everyone, I think everyone is frustrated about this. Everyone is frustrated about this mech, and you can't really counter it as well, right? See, with Hila or with At, right? With At, there's a lot of clones on the field. They give you Hila. Hila kills all the clones on the field. Done with that, countered, and it's done. But with Himiko, there's nothing you can really do about it. Like 1 year down the line, what can counter Himiko? Nothing. There is not really. There's a counter that I'll get into, but it's just there is nothing you can do about it. There is almost nothing you can do about it. Yeah, there's almost nothing you can do about it. It's like everything that is good in Iron Saga combined into one. Just kill all, be all, best Iron Saga unit in history. Probably in history, yeah. Best Iron Saga unit in history, probably. So, and it's 4 of its single shot melee. All of these are very powerful too. Oh, and its first 2 weapon, these 3 attribute 1, these are fists. So you can potentially put on claws as well. I mean, I don't recommend it, but you can put on claw if you want. You can put on claw for more, for more HP. But again, I think it does much more damage to a point where you can just put on high energy absorb and it will already, gain a lot of HP back. So okay, so now let's get into so let's see how it fights, right? Let's see how it fights. So goes in, does that that thing can we use like even what's hold on, my bad. You already closed everything, so oops. And for some reason, all of his melee does knockdowns. So that means if you're not using Chassis Stabilizer against Himiko, just prepare to be just constantly knocked down over and over and over. So, for some reason, I don't get it. Yeah, see, immediately knocked down. The moment he touches the sword, that just get knocked down. So you can see, he can do damage, he can do everything. 4,000 DPS already. That move, that's the 3 hits. So it will go through the enemies once, go through enemies again, and the third one will force down an enemy and force him into that death of explosion. So if you get caught by the third one, you will die. Yeah, you will die if you caught by the second one, third one, and explode. Yeah, and it's just yeah. And it's a force grab, of course. So good luck. Good luck. You can't dodge it. Like you can't really. Yeah, unless you're in invincible mode, I think you can catch iPhone. I think you can catch iPhone. Yeah, I think you might be able to catch iPhone. So, yeah. If you're not already just like on the ground, just getting pummeled by Himiko, you're probably just dead by just the constant barrage. It will never stop doing a powerful action. It will not. So. Amor Alice in Changshan will hold on against Himiko. I hate to say it, nothing can hold on against Himiko. Almost nothing can hold on against Himiko. Almost nothing. Like, this is the reason why people go 4 Himikos in PvP. See, 4 Himiko is the meta. So, 4 Himikos. So yeah, 4 Himiko is the meta, and yeah. They also have the special defensive skill that cuts all range unit coming at it. So, good luck shooting it as well. It has a 6-second cooldown. So, yeah. You have, defensive action. Yeah, I only have 1 invasive action. But, like, yeah. Okay. So, anyway. Yeah, that's Himiko. But Himiko is also easily countered. Yeah. God damn, I want to fight more Himiko. You probably will. Honestly, you probably will. Himiko, day one, there was already 4 Himikos. Yeah, day 1 there's already 4 Himikos, and that's how you get ace. You just stack Himikos. You're losing, just stack another Himiko. However, don't worry. If someone is actually going 4 Himikos, they will most likely lose. They will most likely lose if they're going 4 or 3 Himikos, because the biggest Himiko counter is that Himiko is all melee. Even his range weapon is melee. So this means, what you can do with it is you can counter it by using by using the lowest ranking armor in the game. That is, it's also really good. So where's the fork? There you go. Okay, there you go. Fork. That means it can be hard countered by using tuning fork, or what is it called in the end? So it's hard countered by using tuning fork. It's hard countered by using tuning fork because it will resonate. It will stun. Basically, you'll just be constantly stunning Himiko until it dies. So as strong as it is, good thing it is full melee. Because it's full melee, it can lose. It can potentially lose to Bloody Wolf 5. It can potentially lose to Bloody Wolf 5 because, again, because it's full melee and 20% of block melee attack and reflect to attacker, it can potentially lose to a Bloody Wolf that have full melee block on it. So, which is kind of funny. Where the strongest unit in the game can die to the weakest unit, or part of one of the weakest SSS unit in the game. So yeah, so that's why people doesn't go 4 Himiko for long, because if you see someone using 4 Himikos, then just use 4 fork and the Himiko can't move anymore. Literally, they'll just not move. So just absolutely funny. And if you really want to get funnier, or the thing is, they have to be using 4 Himiko. They have to be using 4 Himikos or in 1v1. Then you can go on to Thornbills. Yeah, then you can go for 4 Thorn build and kind of like let Himiko kill himself. But the thing is, after Himiko's, then you will go against someone like, you know, take him an evil, then they'll just blast you. So, but yeah, it's only anti-Himiko. So, good thing the dev actually added like a safety measure on Himiko. But, yeah, it's honestly like, yeah, it's honestly just funny. Alright, so for example, let's use Himiko on someone with a fork, right? So let's see if our friends, if any of our friends have fork. So let's go into, so fork, who have fork? Let's see. Yeah, let's try fork, right? So, I mean, the thing is, fork doesn't mean, you know, the Himiko is coming that are danger, but it does mean Himiko just can't move anymore. Yeah. Ow. I mean, it still kills him. That still kills him. But actually, is it just me? Okay, never. Oh, okay. Because there's no parts. Yeah. Hold on. Is the fork even working? Hold on. Is the fork working? Usually, okay. Usually fork have much heavier effect on it. Hold on. Let me use Tenshu. Hold on. Tenshu. Where is it? Anyone have Tenshu? Anyone have Tenshu? Anyone have Tenshu? But yeah, overall, just know, you know, full. Where is it? Where's Tenshu? No one using Tenshu anymore. Or if I know someone with a fork, then you know, then that would be good too. No one. This is such an old. This is such an old team. Oh my god, the meta has gone to a point where no one is using Tenshu anymore. Tenshu is still good in PvE. Tenshu is still good in PvE though. Tenshu. There you go, Tenshu. There you go. Okay, this is a bit scary. He's using wood Tenshu. I mean, it's not terrible, but. Oh god, it just dies immediately. Wow, this is the yeah. See, there you go. There you go. See how see how Himiko is see how the Himiko is just like slagging. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, okay, so that doesn't affect by the by the range one, but yeah, if he tried to, and then that's actually kind of funny. Just kind of shoot like hitting it then slow motion. So see, if anyone is using 4 Himikos, just put on fork, or anyone, just anyone with a fork can actually, okay, anyone even miss his final hit. So yeah. Yeah, okay, so this is the reason why the Himiko is so strong, and this is also the reason why Himiko can. Yeah. There you go. Can you even connect that with his last hit? So it does connect, yeah, okay. But it's incredibly hard, especially if your unit is moving as well as they are, as they are doing it. So, but yeah, so I guess just get your fork ready. If anyone actually goes for, if anyone actually goes for 4 Himiko, that is what you can do. Yeah. And again, that revive thing, oh my god, it's so dumb. Hold on. How much raw damage does the revive thing does? I want to know. Okay, so I'm gonna try everything, right? It does like 8,000. Hold on. Cause that revive can single-handedly kill a unit sometimes. I'm gonna look closer. Yeah, like 8,000 damage. Yeah, 8,000. It's like 5,000 times 5. So it's a multi-hit as well. It's a multi-hit. 5,000 times 5 plus like something times 5. So it's probably 8,000. 8,000. That's a whole health bar.
So that means if the enemy is not using Harsh Shell, it's an instant kill. Okay, so yeah, 1,000 times 5 and 6,000 times 5. So yeah, 8,000. Yeah, about 8,000 damage. 8,000 on all enemies. Okay, let's try it. See, let's try it on a unit with yeah, I'm gonna keep the guy with a fork. Let's see, right? Someone with 8,000. Let's see this. Yeah, let's see this wood. Yeah, AoE with this much, and it's also a revive. So, okay, he have a Harsh Shell, but his Harsh Shell, but it did put a dent on the Harsh Shell though. Look, it's like 1/5 is his health. So like, yeah, because multi hits, right? So it's like 5 hits. So 5 hits plus like, yeah, it's actually like 10 hits. So 10 hits that all of them added together, yeah, probably about 15 to 20%. Yeah, that makes sense. So that means if they don't have anyone doesn't have Harsh Shell, yeah. Let me find someone. Anyone who didn't have a Harsh Shell. Let's see. Who doesn't have a Harsh Shell? Who doesn't have a Harsh Shell? Who doesn't have a Harsh Shell? Alright. Let's put this on, right? Let's put this on. Yeah, okay, I'm not sure if he had like the HP buff on it, but yeah, it's basically his whole health. If it doesn't have Harsh Shell, it can almost one-shot kill you. So, actually, because you have a pilot, that also adds, you know, defense on it, so it reduces some damage. However, it doesn't stop your your Himiko. Actually, hold on. I'm gonna use the Linda one. And I'm gonna, there you go. I'm gonna use Linda, and I'm gonna do it on the same one, right? Same one. And I'm gonna lower my health. It dies! All 3 dies! All 3 dies! It does 6,000 damage per hit! All 3 dies! Oh my god! So wait, hold on. Yeah, they dies! Yeah, if you buff it, they just dies. Hold on, okay. How about with Harsh Shell? Because we know without Harsh Shell, it's instant death, right? Without Harsh Shell, it's instant death. But with Harsh Shell, yeah, with Harsh Shell, how many can it one-shot kill? You guys know that they increases the HP for the thing, right? Hold on a second. This is insane. Oh, oops. Hold on, yeah, hold on. Yeah. Pain, yeah. One hit kill. Okay, so now this is with Harsh Shell, right? Okay, good. Okay, because Harsh Shell, because it procs Harsh Shell fully, right? Because it procs the Harsh Shell fully. Therefore it because of the 10 hits procs Harsh Shell fully. That's 30%. So yeah, that's about 30%. So using this, if you're using Harsh Shell, it will guarantee 1/3 of enemy's health. So, but if they don't have Harsh Shell, it's an instant kill. Yeah, because again, these units, yeah, like these. Hold on. Can we Okay, hold on. This, man, wish I would. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna record this one. Recording. Oh, oops. Okay, hold on. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna record it. Oh, oops. You know what? Screw it. But yeah, if you guys want, just slow down the video, and you guys can see how much. Hold on. I think I can zoom. It's fine. Yeah, whatever. Okay, how much the damage is it? Yeah, so 6,000 times 3 because it dies after 3 hits. Yeah, that means 5,000 times 6,000 times 5. Plus, hold on. 30k, yeah, 30k AoE. There you go, 30k AoE. Plus. Okay. So the other the other five damage is constant. The other 5 damage is constant. So 5 damage can be buffed by the parts, but the other 5 is constant. It's like an impact attack. So that's about like, yeah, it's about like 30, yeah, like 33,000. Yeah, 33,000 damage for the AoE. So oh my god, I didn't know it was this strong before. But if you have Hard Shell, you should be fine. If you have Hard Shell, you should be fine. Yeah, if you have Hard Shell, you should be fine. Maybe. If you have Hard Shell, you can probably survive. Yeah, that's really okay. So 9,000 times 3. Excuse me? Why does it do more damage on? Why does it do more damage on a tank? Okay, if it goes by the 3,000, hold on. 9,000 times 3. Excuse me? Hold on. Wait, what? Okay, now it's 6,000. Oh, okay. It might be because of, yeah, it might be because of the vestige skill. Yeah, it might be because of vestige skill. Yeah, with vestige skill it's 9,000 times 3. Or times 5 because it dies after 3 hits. So it couldn't do the whole 5 hits. Alright, good luck, guys. Good luck. Just, you know, remember to bring Hard Shell, you know, so you don't die immediately. And if you really want to screw them over, you can bring, you know, Tuning Fork. And good luck, guys. And let's do one more thing before we end, right? And guys, you know, feel free to clip it and share it with, you know, people that might be interested, you know, because there's a new clip function for the you know, for the first stream. So now let's try solo. You know, she's soloing a. Can she do it? Will she die or will she survive? I think I might need absorption seal. I might need that. So let's see. I want to see poster. Yeah, imagine to showcase how strong you are. You need poster. I don't know if you can solo. I don't know if you can solo this, but you know what? For the test, you know, let's see if you can solo. I mean grind. Alright, go fight him. What is knocking him down? Oh my god! Do you guys see the HP? Just alright. I haven't even used my AS yet. That's half health at 20 seconds. Half health soloing the boss in 20 seconds? Oh my god! The accusation is going down by PvP. Have you ever seen? It is dead. 30 seconds. 35 seconds. 35 seconds. 35 seconds solo. 35 seconds solo with Linda. 35 seconds solo with Linda. And this is how much health they have. It didn't even got. How much health did it even got? It didn't even revive, right? Its HP gone down like cakes. Like, oh my god. Hold on. That was Infinity 2. That was. Okay, this might be a problem, right? Yeah, I don't think he can do it because of CCs. But let's see if his anti-CC will come into effect. So I mean, it's 10% down. It's 10% down. 10% down, guys. Is he gonna solo? Is he gonna actually solo? Okay, yeah. Now I have turned invisible, so I couldn't do it. Okay, yeah. Okay, but that's AS now. Okay, yeah. It is posing trouble because of CC. Because it only cleanses out every 3 seconds. That means it probably couldn't do as much. But we still have more than mid. Oh my god, yeah. Again, 1 AS is about 20% of his health. What is knocking? What What attack is knocking? What attack is knocking the Secret Keeper down? What is knocking him down? 20. Okay, 30 second. Can I deal with it? Okay. 30 second. 30 second. It might not be able to do it because of CC, right? Because okay. Ooh. Okay, yeah, it might not do it. Let's see. Oh, it might do it. 10%, 10 second. Can I do it? 5. Okay, 5%. Just a few more hits. There you go. Oh, invisible. Oh my god, at 0. Oh my god. At 0, 99.99% because it turned visible. Because the pilot skill turned visible at the last second. Yeah, it can, but because it was so good. Because of skill, So, oh wow, Secret Keeper have so much more health than it. That's why, and it took much more damage as well. So, oh my god, yeah. If not for the invisibility, she would have done it. Yeah, if not for the invisibility, she would have done it. It was 99.99% because you have like a death struggle. Come, Secret Keeper, hold on. Yeah, okay. Okay. I have a secret poster, right? Alright. Yeah, 0.01%. When can you see that? You know, when can you see that, right? When can you see it? That's so. Oh my god. I think it's actually 1 damage. yeah, hero just shows 0%. It actually gains HP from the hit. It's still oh my god. What can it solo now? I wonder what can it solo. What's next? Nidhogg. Okay, Nidhogg. Can you solo Nidhogg? Nidhogg is probably one of the strongest one, right? So, okay, can you solo Nidhogg? Let's see. I doubt it. I highly doubt it. Okay, yeah. Nidhogg is posing. Yeah, Nidhogg is posing a challenge, I think. Yeah, Nidhogg has a lot more health to go for. I just big sword versus big sword. All right. But yeah, I think. Oh, there you go. Okay. All right. It have changed. Yeah, it's not looking good. Yeah, Nidhogg still poses one of the biggest challenges. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Only 50% and 30%. Yeah. I don't think. Yeah. I don't think I do Nidhogg. Okay. Yeah. So. Yeah, I couldn't do this for some, but some we can definitely do it. So. I mean, to be fair, Nidhogg is one of the hardest poster bosses. So. But let's see how much you can do, right? Let's see how much you can do on one of the hardest, on one of the hardest, poster bosses. Can you do at least 50%, or? Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can do at least the 50%. So if you have one Himiko, you can just 2-shots this, maybe. Oh my god. And my Himiko is actually dying as well. Like it's not nearing us. It's not nearly the survival. How did it go after? Oh, because the lifesteal. Man, this is a battle of monsters here. Like, oh, okay, almost. Oh, almost 50%, but it can definitely do 50%. Yeah. Oh my god. It does. Okay, that's 29. It did it with ease, yeah. I mean, okay, part of it might be contributed to Linda Awaken, because Linda Awaken is also a powerhouse in PvE. But even before Linda Awaken, it can still solo easier, like Baleo, post that can still solo it. So I feel like Himiko itself is the poster boss. Yeah, there's no chance that makes it tough. No. Oh, I see. Okay. So without it, can probably do it, maybe. Oh my god. Well, that was guys. If you guys want to show people onto persuading people to get Himiko, just show them the stream. Send them the stream clips. So yeah. Oh my. Okay, see, I did not know how strong Himiko is. without me actually just looking at it, like, yeah, without me just reading it and looking at it. Wow, absolutely amazing. But some people who don't get it because they don't like her the design. I don't know, man. She looks pretty yeah, like that she is huge and man. Wow. I have no words. And see, it can also be and she can also be used with the Black Knight with a niche, with a niche jet, that with a niche jet because you also have sword, you also have sword melee. You have this melee and have sword melee. So, man, Bernhide, let's try it actually. Yeah, nature makes it tough. Okay, yeah. Let's try Bernhide. Yeah, I think thank you so much. I'm surprised there's like still so many people here, and there's still 10 people here. Yeah, it's like amazing. Thank you guys all so much for staying, man. Alright, where's Nidhogg? Oh, Bernhide. There you go. I actually have one. Alright, can Linda solo and Tima? This might not even be the best Linda posted build. So. Okay, it seems like it's also posting a challenge. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's definitely not doing as much damage compared to the easier ones, right? Oh, now they proc the thing. Oh my god, the amount of swords in. Yeah, pretty sure you couldn't solo Burn. Yeah, Burn might be a tough order. Yeah, Burn might be a tough order. Oh my god, Burn is actually killing Himiko though. Oh my god. But see, Himiko just regenerated all his health back with one. Oh, never mind. Just oh my god, it just got multi-hit. Yeah. Okay. Burn is still the goat. Or not a bad. Burn. Okay. Burn. Remember everyone, that is one Himiko. Yeah. That's one Himiko. Actually, hold on. Let's see team battle. Yeah, let's see how she perform if we play it in a team, right? In a team setting. Let's see how much damage it does. So let's do Burn again, just to juice it up. 50%. Yeah. If it doesn't die, I can probably do 50%. This one, the one we're talking about right now. The one we're talking about right now is the best unit in Himiko. The one we're talking about right now, the one that we just showed soloing bosses. That one is the one that we hear when we talk about how strong the Himiko is. But yeah, this is probably the strongest so far. It's probably the strongest in history. Unless you're talking about unless you're talking about the impact, right? The impact that the meta has on it probably is Meth. Yeah, Meth is probably the most impactful on meta, or the one that stayed in the meta for the longest. But Himiko so far is the strongest. So let's see. Yeah. Impact on Civic era, Mephisto for sure. Mephisto, and then Mephisto. Yeah, probably Mephisto. Wolong. Mephisto, Wolong. Mephisto, Wolong. Mephisto, Wolong. I mean, Monster might be one as well. Yeah, Mephisto, Wolong. Ad is actually pretty short-lived. Ad is actually very short-lived, but Ad is actually one of the unit with the most counters that they put out to defeat Ad because it's just so annoying. So, yeah, Mephisto and Wolong, these two are the one that I feel is the most impactful on the meta so far. Even Himiko isn't even that impactful on the meta as well, because during Himiko's reign, right? There is also monsters like Shinka the Dragon and stuff that makes it very, very tough to kill. And actually, Dankoga is also a good one. Dankoga is also a very good one. And also the drill guys, the one from Gurren Lagann. Yeah, the one from Gurren Lagann is also pretty. The ones from Gurren Lagann is also very impactful. for Changshan to kill Counter. Yeah. Yeah, but good thing though. Good thing Ad did not reign for as long as them. As long as they have. Ad only reigned for about 3 months, at most. While Mephisto reigned for like half a year, more than half a year. Yeah, more than half a year. It even came back when the Kaiju came out. So, yeah. And Wolong really ended because of At. Yeah, Wolong ended because of At. It's like Wolong reigned for like almost half a year as well, and then At ended it. But the thing is, At became too annoying, so At was ended in 3 months. Yeah, it's kind of funny how that's funny. Oh my god. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So like, yeah. It's kind of sad. Like Ad would have been, very impactful as well if not for the counter. I mean, but to be fair, Ad is a bit too annoying. Yeah, Ad is a bit too annoying compared to Mephisto, Wolong, and stuff. So, because Wolong doesn't stop you from playing the game, right? And Mephisto also doesn't stop you. Like if you're fighting against the Mephisto, you can still play the game. But for Ad, you almost couldn't play the game with the amount of things on the field. So. And the only thing in that free-to-play 9-star gacha I have Hila and is Hila and Ad. Always end up with 7-star and 8-star. Okay, so 7-star and 8-star is usually good enough. Because how do you say? Because usually you usually if you want to go for money that efficient, 7 to 8-star is the best. That's actually the best, or how do you say? That's the most. It's the most. The optimal, yeah. It's the most the optimal way to do it. Because later, when there's a retrofit, right? Usually they will rerun a banner when there's a retrofit. Then you can roll for it to 9-star. So yeah. So it's always best to keep it at 7 to 8-star or wherever or however that it needs. And then use the extra one use the extra ones to get other units that also get it to 7 or 8-star instead of getting to 9-star. Usually there's no mecha that came out that requires the full 9-star. So usually 8-star and 9-star is considered expensive, and 6 or 7 is cheaper. So yeah. So I mean again, okay. So remember how I said Spike. Or remember how I said that Hraesvelgr is a really good PvE, right? Or it's probably the best PvE, right? Well, Himiko, if there's a reason why you guys want to give Himiko, it's this damage difference. There you go. It's this damage difference is more than double the damage. It's a reason why. So yeah. So see, you won't regret getting Hraesvelgr, but you will regret not getting Himiko. This is what I can say. So yeah, me too. My healer died too quickly. My healer have hard time dealing with Ash somehow. My build is probably bad. Not okay. I don't think so. It's probably because just at being okay. So the enemy at probably built it to a point where it will use its the X-Hole immediately, so it will just caught healer that in the process and just pop healer immediately. So my suggestion is just they can use my video on about a month ago on healer. This is a build that I recommend, but honestly for healer you just stack stuff on it. You just stack and ignore this. This is because I have it Pilot Awaken, so it's not like the real build. So so for Pilot Awaken for non-Pilot Awaken, you just put on. I want to just put on whoever is the most tanky pilot that moment. All you need is just all you need is to stay alive. You don't even need to care about anything else. So like for example this one, for PvP, right? So for PvP, yeah, this one, everyone, of course. Rewind,
if you are like if you want to, you can even if you don't have crab, you can even just go for this one, and with emergency. Emergency is also very good because emergency just still keeps healing on field. Honestly, emergency might be better than chassis overall because emergency, because you don't need healer to do damage. You just want it to live, so you kind of just use the emergency detach. And as I talked about before, you can use honestly any defensive core. I use transition core because you can use more actions to have more iframes, but you can always use like a more defensive orientated core. So how about pilot wise? Most impactful, low gem, I'm curious, Iron Saga history. I use Hraesvelgr, whatever her name is. Yeah, it's her, yeah. Okay. Let me go into thing, so yeah, I don't remember. Low gem is one of them, but I don't know if it I don't know if it is the most impactful. So I think the reason why is because Iron Saga pilots last for all of them, the good ones, all of them last for a long time. Because you can say, the Oblo, like Oblo probably has the longest reign if you think about it. Back when Iron Saga was very what was it in its early stage, Oblo was probably one of the most impactful. Like it's probably one of the first most impactful pilot in the game. And then after that, for PvE, right? PvE probably Linda and Wood. Wood is for both PvP and PvE. Wood was God in PvE. In PvP back then as well. Just one-shotting people in PvE back then. Who else? Honestly, okay, well, she is not like impactful, but she is very annoying to deal with back then when she was on the Albatross, just making Albatross unkillable. So then that is meta. So meta before I put Divine Sim. Divine Empress was also a very long one. Yeah, Amore still be Hydra healer. Honestly, it's not really the main reason is just the healer problem, because healer you can build the most tankiest build on it, it will still just die compared to your other units, because your other units, all of them have buffy up stuff, right, by default, and the pilot also does have buffy up stuff, but healer is the only one that doesn't have any of that. All healer has is just the chassis to anti-at and some iframe, which everyone has. So in comparison, if you mash them all together, healer will statistically healer will always die first. Yeah, healer will always die first healer will always die first if you mash everyone together. So it's more of a statistic thing and not like a where it is killing or that is killing healer specifically, because healer technically or at technically kills everyone like equally, I think, but just at compared to everyone else is much easier compared to compared to other units. Like imagine killing a healer versus killing a Mazin Kaiser, right? So yeah. I use Lex in my PvP. Overall tension was pretty cool. Oh, okay, interesting. But yeah, okay. So actually, so most good pilots all have a long reign in PvP, and a lot of the old pilots can still be used today. So I couldn't say a lot of them changed, are the best or are the most impact. But there is two that has no doubtably has the most impact on PvP. That is Kalas and Kalas and Kinami. These two has been ever since it existed has been used till now. So these two are definitely the best co-pilots of
the most impactful co-pilots ever. I don't think there's a pilot that can top them. Forever. Yeah. So Rewind. Yeah. Rewind or Death Struggle. They are. There's no. Yeah. These two, I think, will go down into Iron Saga history until the game closes, probably, to be the most impactful unit in history, because it's been pretty much the entire Iron Saga lifespan that they have been impactful. So, and they have been used, like they have been actively used. So, no other pilot has that kind of treatment. No other pilot has been used like that. So yeah. Yeah, Death Struggle, yeah. Yeah, that's kind of unkill for me, yeah. So, that's overall what I can think of. Alright, so, oops. Anything else? Do you guys have any more questions? It's 12:30. Holy crap! Hold on. Have I even done all my, all my dailies yet? I think I did. Battle Pass is gonna end soon, actually. Yeah, the Battle Pass is gonna end in like 12 hours for this one. But Penguins haven't seen any good pilot associate OPS good. Yeah, Crab is probably, or the Steel Mantis is probably the only one. But even before then, yeah, it's like between Steel Mantis, I guess, and between Steel Mantis and yeah, it's probably between Steel Mantis and G30, yeah. Between Steel Mantis and GA29. Yeah, I think it's between these two. These two are the most impactful, I think. And I think GA29 is the most impactful one, because it existed long before Metas has, so. Yeah. Well, hold on. Were you here when we talk about the drama? So, there was a Super OP pet when the Double Fish came out. This was drama. It got so OP to a point where you just invincible. You know, you just have 4 of this, you're invincible. And then it was not intended this way. Okay, so this is a drama, right? This is drama where I think a few updates ago, like an update a week ago, they introduced this new pet and this new sword, and these two things completely break the game to a point where, so the pet, right? The pet transfer your own final damage dealt into Double Fish energy, and when you get hit by when you get hit by final damage lower than the Double Fish energy, immune that damage. So say you use Mazin Kaiser, you use the Hraesvelgr, right? You use one ult down, that does, like, say 5,000 damage, 10,000 damage. That means the next time you get hit by something that's lower than 10,000 damage, then you'll be immune. And the thing is, you know how you're constantly doing damage, right? So there's probably no time where you won't be not having the Double Fish energy. Therefore, you are just constantly being invincible forever, I guess. So you kind of just like stacking this thing. No cap, yeah, no cap for that. It's not like Mazin Kaiser where there's a cap, right? It just turns your percentage of the final damage dealt into into the next damage. You'll be immune. But the thing is, it's not like Merlin where every second you get a thing. It's just wherever you do damage, which you can be, depending on your mecha. Say you're using Zenjuche, where you're burning the whole field. You're constantly doing damage already. So like that means you're constantly having this immunity, upping. So like, and this just make the arena completely toxic, I guess. And then this one, right? And this one, it burns you when you're in iframe, right? It burns you when you're in iframe or invincibility. Yeah, so it burns you when you're in the emergency detach, where you die in the detach. You're supposed to be invincible and untargetable in there, right? But you die anyway. So yeah, so So kind of like goodbye kind of thing. So and one of the things is, I'm not sure about this, but because there are these fire meta now, right? So maybe maybe these two will work together to a point where, because you're constantly burning the enemy, and the enemy burn will constantly give you the double fish energy for you to immune the next damage. Yes, exactly. Shingetter, yeah, Shingetter. Imagine Shingetter just zooming around and just pop like a balloon, and just during its transformation. Yeah, that's probably how it goes. And it's not intended to be this way, right? It's not intended to be this toxic. So after a month, and the drama is because they let it slide. They let the people pay for the thing first. Yeah, so the wells already bought it. Some well bought 4 of this. Some well bought 4 of it. Some well bought 10 of it, I guess maybe. So they bought it while they're off work. So the game just got the money. They got the money, and then after that, you said, okay, so now after you guys pay me, pay us the other money, then we're gonna nerf it. And instead of doing a refund, we'll give you this, so you can exchange, the exchange for badges, which wouldn't be any damage to the company. It would just be, in game. Everything is in game. You just imagine just giving out some free, soda badges. So it's extremely, because the thing is, a lot of people wouldn't even get it if not for these broken effects, right? But then now they just completely just like how do you say it? Like reverse it, and and what are they gonna use it on? What are they gonna use it on next? There's not really new units or there's not really new pets that's OP in PvP, and pretty sure all wells already have 4 steel mantises. So like that means they just got some. Say a well got 4 of this, right? So they just got 4 worthless badges of nothingness, I guess. So, and same with this as well. Most wells already have all this, and they buy another moon badge because they want to use this broken effect. So some well got 4 of this and just like, and then now and the thing is, see, Game Ninja still got the money, and they just had to give us some free badges, I guess. So. So they nerf it and then they exchange it. What's the new effect? I think there's no new effect. It's just like it's the same effect, but it's working as it intended. I don't know what that means exactly. I think the old one constantly do it, but I think the new effect kind of like make it slower maybe, or make it like where there's a time limit before you can do it. I don't know, but the time limit, the what's it called? The effect of the text is the same. I think people were abusing the bug that came with it that makes it too OP. So similar to like when people, I guess, I don't know. Oh, similar to like when people are abusing the crashes for Tekkaman, the Tekkaman transformation. Like people are abusing it, therefore they nerfed it. So I don't know. From what I see, there's no new effect at all. But something was changed to a point where people does return it, but most people will keep 1 because it is a really good pet for PvE. It makes your healer in PvE almost unkillable. So so that is good. So it's like so I mean it's a good thing, new PvE pet for healer, because healer might die sometimes. And this pet just solved that problem. So cooldown. See, I don't know if there's a cooldown. It didn't say there's a cooldown, which scares me, but I think it's slower now. So yeah, I think it's slower now. Or maybe back then it included all type of damage, burn damage or everything, or damage doing, I don't know. Or yeah, maybe they actually I'm gonna do some research into it, and when these things came to EN. And I'm gonna do like a history lesson on what actually happened. What actually happened. But just know that there was drama on these things. So and if I know everything. Oh, and if I know what is like the exact reason for the fish, that will comment it in a comment below. after the stream ends. So if you guys want to know, that you guys can check back like after a day or so and see if there's any new one. But if not, then that means that you haven't found out there's anything. So you can just ask maybe someone. I don't even think people on Discord knows, because it's only been a drama for NC and JP. So yeah. Honestly, actually, yeah, they might have been, yeah, that it might be a cap. If it's a cap, then it makes much more sense, yeah. Then, yeah, honestly, yeah, that make much more sense, yeah, that would be good. But they didn't say it though. It's misleading, and I mean, just like every single, you know, that kind of stuff. And I think for the sword, it stopped burning people when they're in untargetable, I think. I don't know. But yeah. It's kind of funny though, seeing their health go down when they're in their emergency detach. You're no longer safe for emergency detach. So I assume everyone just used back to chassis stabilizers instead. So man, I'm so glad that I wasn't playing it in PvP during that time, because oh my god, I can't imagine to deal with a double fish and a fire, and a fire thing. Holy shoot. Yeah, but yeah. Any more questions, guys? Any more questions? Honestly, I don't even know, because I talk about so many things today. I don't even know how am I supposed to do this timestamp. I'm probably just gonna do like a question answer. Yeah. So yeah, 12 a.m. Yeah, same. It's at 12. Yeah, it's at 12 a.m. here as well. But it's not night this morning, but I do need to go eat and stuff. So, alright, how many people still left? How many people still left? 11 people. Wow! Oh my god! Thank you so much. And please consider liking and sharing and subscribing. I'll try to do more live streams soon. And again, long time no see, haven't. And yeah. Talk about a lot of things today, so if you guys want to share this with anybody, please consider doing so. It'll help me a lot. So yeah. Release it, yeah. Trisha Wicken has the release. On my next live stream or on one of my live stream sometimes in the future, I will do a full review, or I guess full review and full reaction to all of the new pilot Wicken that I haven't talked about. And for she's out now, thank you. Yeah, on a future live stream, I'll do like a whole Wicken stream, yeah. And for the Levantine, I'm gonna I think he's coming out in like 3 days, or actually it might be coming out like tomorrow or something. But yeah, the moment it come out, I will for sure do a video on it. So subscribe and stay tuned. So thank you so much for being here. Oh my god, still 11 people. Oh my god, I swear, this stream has been just a lot of just been a tons of people here. It's amazing. The peak has they have not gone over 20, but there's a lot of like retention, like that people has been here. So yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you. I hope I didn't speak way too fast. So yeah, dang. Also, a lot of useful links are in the stream description. So if you guys want to join the Discord, follow me on Twitter, or just watch a guide for Merlin and stuff, that you guys can see it. So much. I also have for watching. Alright, go. So and hold on, and before you guys leave, like if you guys want to see so wait, yeah, where is it? So I'm gonna put on. So yeah, for the Hraesvelgr guide and the Merlin guide, both of the guide are in the description. And I'll post this because I don't wonder if this is accurate for EN. So if you guys wanna check it out after the stream. And there's also something else that I think I do want to show you guys. I'm not sure if I show you guys already of this, but I'm doing a posting, and after that I'm just gonna end the stream. So where is it? Where is it? Oh yeah, here it is. So yeah, this is a fan art that I got recently, which is pretty amazing. So if you guys that have time, then we go check it out. You know, go like his go his photo. It's probably my favorite fan art that I've ever gotten. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and see you next time. Ba, 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 ba.